cold this morning, they're doing start.
Okay, we're ready. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No, there must have been an update because a new window popped up when I went to start it, that didn't normally start.
No, going to, is Hawaii, I don't know, we had it 10 years ago in Hawaii. And I don't know,
What was that?
WIR,
Oh. Yeah, I guess they are in the district, aren't they?
yeah. So we're going back and I don't know, it's not cheap. $349 plus another $45, almost $400 a night for a hotel room.
And the ticket to get over there, that ain't gonna
Ticket to get over there is not bad,
oh, really?
$580.
I guess that's not horrible.
Not horrible.
That round trip?
Yeah,
Holy smokes, that's cheap.
I could fly to Italy cheaper than Washington DC
Nonstop.
from Denver. Not just nonstop, Denver, crying out loud, you're in 10 hours or
world
something
away.
like that, 10, 11 hours. It was brutal. When I took Eileen over there, we got in the air and we're about 15 minutes in the air and she starts squirming. She says, "Are we there yet?"
Oh,
Oh, no.
It'd be a long trip.
Do they let you get up and move around?
Oh, yeah. They feed you like crazy on it. They fed us 3 times coming back from Italy this time.
Oh, be good.
Full meals.
Huh?
Morning, Todd.
Couple questions before I forget. Did the cattle guard for Daryl get taken care of? Backman,
yep.
thank you. And the bridge repair, the repair report,
How many times? Been on vacation.
I got another note in my email this last couple days.
Yeah, I've been on vacation. Pretty much for the last month. I ain't got much done myself. Did you go anywhere or you just hang around? I don't mind going to work. Welcome to my world. On everybody's issue. No. Didn't do much. Made some jelly,
What kind of jelly?
choke cherry and wild plum.
Where'd you get the chokes?
Oh,
Out of a
all
freezer.
over.
Really?
Well, I got them last summer, juiced them and,
But chokes weren't very good last summer, I think.
oh yeah, choke cherry is great. So was plums.
They were spotty in my
I don't
country.
know. I can choke cherry, good choke cherry.
Huh?
How do you get the seeds out of a choke cherry?
Juice them.
Put them down and strain them in a cheesecloth.
I've tried eating a few and I'm like, man, it's, you don't.
They're not supposed to eat the seeds, they're supposed to be poisonous.
Oh, not the seed, trying to get the seed
Yeah.
out of eating a few of them.
Oh, you just gum them to death and then spit.
I'll never forget. I took the boys, we had a coyote bushed up, then we wounded out of the airplane, but we couldn't find, so We went over there with the pickup and the bird, got the boys a bird dog, and it was really good choke cherry season. I dropped all the boys off and down below, and I says, I'm gonna go up above and just walk up the creek, you know. Well, they found a choke cherry bush forever. Yes, I sat there forever waiting and waiting. Finally, here comes this coyote. And he's in pretty good shape. And then here comes Everett. He's skipping along. He's got a branch of choke cherries and he's just skipping along. That coyote's right in this patch down here. Go in there, Everett, and all of a sudden I hear, Dad, there's a coyote in here. I says, are you sure, Everett? Is he real close? Yeah, I'm looking at him and he's looking at me.
He must not have been very old.
No, 5. But we got him.
Boys were purple from one end to the other, I bet, eating choke cherries.
Well, they wouldn't come home to breakfast and then they were out the door choke cherry season. You never saw them till the evening.
We had a sportsman's meeting last night and Dan Thomason was saying he spent a bunch of time with the new trapper. Going out and showing landowners and having them sign the waivers and stuff. He thinks he's gonna be a pretty good trapper.
Good.
I hadn't heard we'd gotten one.
Yeah, I think he's living in Glendale. If I remember right. Said he was like 27, pretty husky guy,
Cool,
so. I
Good
think he's
deal.
Gonna be good.
yeah, heard.
I think I need him.
Well, we had Dan here. That was a big deal. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
He covered quite an area too.
yeah, he
But we got the purse.
Yeah,
three counties.
I don't say probably more than that,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
Well, I know he hit Weebo pretty hard,
Mm-hmm.
kinda off the end of us.
I think he went down into Fallon County too.
I wanna say he might even went down to Carter County.
Could be.
I don't think he went into Macomb because Macomb had their own trapper.
Garfield and McCone had their own. I don't know about Dawson. I don't remember.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Lainey.
Morning.
Oh, before I forget, we need to announce that little slip that you guys had for the,
Oh, there's been an amendment to the
Yeah.
agenda that at 2:30 this afternoon, Sherry Robertson, election administrator, will come in with a report. He's gonna talk about a notice of governing body that a local primary election is unnecessary for all the races except County Commissioner District 1. According to code 13-1-403 subsection 2.
yeah, it wants to come in during road time, so I'm supposed to let her know when we get something back. What time is Sherry added to it? 2 o'clock?
2:30.
2:30.
Well, you got your vacation time used up or more to
Not
go.
quite all of it, a little bit left.
Well, having a break's always good.
Yeah,
I see you got the loader out at the
yeah, I'm
milling.
gonna try to finish that pile,
Where you taking the rest of it?
spring crack in the wall,
Good.
try to fix that spot, fit 103.
Mm-hmm.
How much was piled there?
Lots.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm just curious.
It was a couple of different times, wasn't it?
Well, I still got the pile there at Fallon, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about a different
Yeah,
one.
this is the pile at Cabin Creek.
Oh, okay.
I got about a day and a half left, like. It'll be gone, finally, been sitting there 13 years.
I guess I should report what I did yesterday. I went to Glendive. They had a 33 by 33, it was called. And what they want to do is the governor's initiative to have 33% of our local food consumed by Montanans by 2033.
Grown by Montanans.
Yeah, we're at 7% or something.
Something like that.
7%.
That's a lot to make up.
Yeah.
In the 50s, it used
We
to
don't
be
have-
70.
My argument,
Population.
my argument, well, in the 1950s, they claimed that we were at 70%.
Yeah.
So what's changed? Family structure has changed, double incomes. You drop your kids off for soccer, you go to the grocery store. It takes time if you're gonna go to a farmer's market here and a farmer's market here.
Or grow your own.
And grow your own. It takes time. And there's no time. Then they go back and pick their kids up at soccer or hockey or whatever it is. And then they have a little Caesars. And it's a different deal.
It is.
When was it at 73%?
In the
50s.
50s,
70.
would been, during Korea conflict. World War II in Korea.
But everybody had a garden.
Even in town, everybody had a
Yeah,
garden.
everybody had a garden in town, yeah.
And there's only one income coming in, it was always the wife used to stay at home, raise the kids, didn't take them to take care.
Yeah, didn't have
There
to
was-
be there.
Took care of the garden.
One income.
Yeah,
Yeah, one income, that's it.
And mom usually stayed
Yeah.
home.
Definitely hard doing that now.
I don't think it makes any difference which one stays home. One of them ought to be home raising the kids if they got them.
I heard national average was $1,100 kid a month in a daycare.
Something like that, yeah. Horrendous.
Well, when Susan was nursing, it was $700.
I think my wife would charge me more.
And then if you got if you got more than one kid, you
And
got.
you better pay the bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better pay the bill. If you get the bill and it's overdue.
You're in trouble.
Well, my granddaughter took a break from being a registered nurse and she's got children at home, gonna raise them. In Billings, and that's good.
Yeah, they, just for a few years till they get into school, then you can.
Take
you know,
take the kids to school, you go to
Yeah.
school too,
you know,
work, yeah. This keeping up with the neighbors has gotten us all in trouble.
Technology.
That hasn't helped any, has it?
I have a granddaughter that is 2 years old that can get into my phone. And then all of a sudden I get like 10 pictures of nothing.
Or somebody's foot.
Or
Pretty
from,
soon, People in your contact list are gonna get text messages later on.
Yeah, no kidding. Keaton, she puts on glasses and then she talks like she's intelligent, which is gibberish.
Probably more.
Where do they pick this stuff up?
Just remember, in 5 years, she could be your IT person.
Yeah, yeah.
In 5 years, you can talk back to
Hey,
her.
Grandpa, what you doing? Come to see you. Oh,
That's all the answer she needs.
what you doing? They are sponges. And their vocabulary is a lot bigger than what they let on.
Of their understanding.
She gets into her mom's purse the other day and gets the gum up. Grandpa, like some gum? Yeah, I'll have a piece. Bites off a chunk and then gives it to you and then goes to her mom. Mom, would you like some gum? Bites off a piece, gives it to her mom. When it's all said and done, she's got more gum than anybody.
You can't talk around the wad.
I think the best was Owen years ago. He wanted to stay up to see his mom. She was coming home from nursing a 12-hour shift and she was coming in late and I told him he could stay up and he got on his little stool and he's looking out the window and he lets a big sigh out and he says, I sure miss that old woman.
I'm surprised he's as old as he is. And I suppose that's the first thing you told Susan when she walked in the door.
Yeah, I told her later, yeah. He was selling bio bottoms. Bio bottoms were these, they had Velcro and they were diapers that you put a diaper inside of them and then the outsides could be washed and they're made out of 100% wool. She went to Jordan's at the fair and I give her directions cross country. But I says, when you come back, come through Brockway. So she calls collect us before cell phones. Said she thought she could make it back the way she came. I said, are you sure? Yeah, I'd be fine. So
That's a mazer road.
about 1 o'clock in the morning, there's no Susan, she's 2 hours. So I get in the pickup and I start going that direction. I get to Alfred Jordan's over in Garfield County and lights are on. So I knock on the door and Alfred comes to the door. He says, funny to see you. I just saw your wife 15 minutes ago.
That's
Which means she missed the turn. So I started home and I could see these lights coming out on the Caprock Road. And I'm just on the Crow Rock going across Dorrance. And she beats me home and she's unloading the vehicle. When I get home and I get out of my pickup and she says, and where have you been?
Alfred.
She had toured Garfield County and Custer County.
Yeah, you get out there in the dark and it's,
The world changes,
it can
doesn't it?
change, yeah, if you're not familiar with it.
Well, back then, they probably didn't have street signs up either.
Oh, no, before World Address.
Landmark. But that's how I still get around. I don't read any signs out there. I didn't know the landmark.
We did that in the Alzada country, that cut across from Alzada to Ekalaka. You go through a couple of pastures. That's before they put the road in.
Yeah, that was a long.
You didn't take the right turn. It was a long road.
I was in Medora, went to the musical, and there were some people there from Massachusetts, and she was originally from England. And we started visiting with them, they rented a Ford, Ford Toyota Prius. It's that Toyota,
And
and,
it didn't make the country road. did it?
he starts talking about, I know why you people don't drive electric cars out here. I says, oh yeah, and he starts with this story that he was in Alzada and he was going to Akalaka.
Akalaka.
And he says, I was never so glad to see lights in my life. He says, I was out of gas. The battery was like at 10%. So I can see why you don't have electric cars here. He's the nicest people I ever run into in Akalaka little.
Akalaka.
I think Ekalaka thrives on that type of clientele.
Or go to electric, get 200 miles and beat or Ford pickup. One time I can go 600 miles. It only takes me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to more than
Recharge.
Fuel bag.
fill it up and have it popping on the road.
None of this plug it in and wait for 6 hours.
Well, you go to that, go south on 59 out of Miles City and you always see cars sitting there and those guys have got newspapers and they've been waiting.
15, 20, 30 minutes.
Oh, it's longer than that.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think it's half an hour at the minimum.
minimum, yeah.
What's chuckly is you look behind the fence
It's a generator.
and they're diesel generators.
There was a TikTok in Dickinson, North Dakota. The guy says, you can't make this stuff up. And he's showing this guy
Yeah.
up his outfit and then he's
And
right behind that wall, that fence there, there's a diesel generator going 24/7.
Well, I seen a picture the other day of a guy had one of them in the trunk of, he had a generator in the trunk of his car.
Hmm.
They had.
Had it plugged in.
Cord coming out, plugged into the car.
That had to have been AI.
Generator.
That reminds me of the boys with their limo. They had a music system in it. The
Yeah, they had-
alternator would not.
Yeah,
They
they
had-
had a generator.
They had a generator strapped on the trunk.
It's 9:30 time.
Okay, you can go.
I guess, I can't remember if I mentioned last meeting or not, something, but Jackson had quit. He needed more money, so he went back to the oil field.
Oh, you're back
So
down
I'm
to
back
3.
down to just two guys
2 guys plus you.
plus me. And I guess we got that tree job taken care of down in Fallon. Those two big cottonwoods are down, gone. About all I've got to report on that I can think of.
Would you be going to Macker's?
Yeah,
Are you still on the board?
no, well,
Past
technically,
president.
past president, I'm still am basically. They still invite.
So
me.
basically you have your call-ins during the legislative session.
I don't do any of that. The board pretty much takes care of that, but I still help them with the planning and stuff at the conference. If I got time and they got a meeting, I'll go. But if I'm too busy, I don't bother. But I'll sit in on the Zoom or not Zoom, or call even.
Did Jackson want to fill out paperwork and be on the,
I don't know for sure. Yeah, haven't talked to him since.
you guys need to re-up like Gary and Wade?
I think they're signed in.
They're signed in,
They're
right,
just
so.
good to go anytime until they turn in the resignation, I guess. far as I understand the way that works.
Sure.
You're gonna visit with Jackson and see if he'll do the same?
Yeah, I can. He will or not.
Don't hurt to ask.
If he's gonna be gone for so many days and when he comes back, he probably wants to spend some time with the kids.
Yeah,
If I was a father, I'd want to do that too, I guess. So I don't know what he wants, his plan is.
well, be in contact with him, Hadley. Ask him. Gas tax maps came.
Did they?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably looked them over.
Got any changes to mark on them?
I don't know why I would look at them, but look at them, see if there's anything. I mean, as far as, we haven't changed anything,
We haven't unless they made a mistake.
unless, yeah, they made a mistake in it.
You,
And they do.
They shouldn't make a mistake, because it should be just a reprint of last year, really,
right,
but I'll look it over.
Sometimes when they come out to audit, they'll scratch a road
They
off.
will, because somebody put up a sign or something.
Yeah. Just so you know, NACO's coming in to Prairie County with a film crew. The 24th of March.
That's your week or, yeah, week, okay.
And the film's gonna be about, they're gonna put a professional film together for Pilt.
so they want pictures of the pasture land and grasslands,
It's gonna be video.
the whole county.
Yeah, the only thing that they don't wanna do is they don't wanna go onto federal land, to video federal land, because then they have to go through a permitting process to video, so they wanna be on private or state.
Interesting.
Interesting, isn't it? Sherry,
Okay, first off, I need to stress, the road stuff has been confusing in payroll, so we need to get that verified. If we have people retiring and I have to report them as termed in PERS because they retired, and if they return to work, they need to fill out documentation that they now are coming back, even if,
Even if they've done it
yes,
already.
because you need to have it on record. He needs to sign everything saying he's coming back, and you need to put him in that position. You know, the little form here that says. So, is if, Mr. Barry is coming back to work, we need to fill out paperwork. Because it was a nightmare for me because I was getting messages from PERS when he retired. Cause I never officially termed him because he came back to work into the other position. Well, now he's termed. So if he's coming back, we need to have paperwork verifying he's coming back. Just,
So does he still get PERS? But he's gotta be 90 days.
he's gotta be 90 days past, whenever he actually finally took the retirement, because it was a nightmare.
So is he on retirement now?
As far as I know, yes, because I termed him.
And then what date was that?
When they notified me, I'd have to check all of that, but he should be on that. That's not my responsibility, but if he comes back in before his 90 days, he's gonna mess up his retirement and he has to pay all of that back. I'm just sharing that with you.
Sure, and I hear all that, but I have no clue.
Yeah, so
When he left, when he quit, that would be
I
between,
technically didn't either because I never got any,
but we need to have the communication.
that's what I'm
all
trying to say.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm
between-
trying to say on all of it. We need to start doing that. We need to have a paper trail of when they're leaving and when they're coming back. Even if it's a little note that is signed telling me they're back, but when they come back to work, I mean, when they term, I need an official date put in a file on any of the employees. And then if they come back to work into that other position, then we need to, this little sheet right here is a major thing, but they're gonna have to fill out like the PERS form again, because we have to offer them that even in that position,
You have to offer them,
the PERS, and then they would have to,
even at part-time or
yes, because we
where they
are,
were before, is that what that does that?
same thing with the ambulance, you know, like when any employee gets offered that comes to, it doesn't matter how many hours they work. So they would have to mark on there, he would be a working retiree. You know, he'd never get the hours, he doesn't have to put into it, but he has to sign the form telling me that he is a working retiree. There is paperwork.
So he's participating again, is that what you're saying? If he comes back part-time, he's participating?
No, he just has to sign the form stating, so like people can return to work and there's 3 options when they come, like if they come back after their 90 days, like, you know, and they come back, they still sign the form, but then there's a checkbox down there that says they don't want it. They sign it telling me they don't want it for this reason. They're a working retiree, then it's how I enter them in the system to report them to PERS. Because we have to report whether they're taking it or not. All employees are reported to PERS because we're required to do that.
So does he have to match that, or he doesn't have to
No.
match it at all, just the county would, if he wanted it?
Yeah, if he took it again, I don't think he can do that again when you're drawing from it.
Oh, when you're drawing.
It'd be double dipping.
I believe he's drawing from it. So he
Right.
would be a working retiree coming back. So nothing gets paid into it. It's just that we have to report that he's working.
It's
that make
back in
sense?
government work,
Yeah. That he's working
and
for.
it's just that 1-page form?
Yeah, like for him, it would be the PERS form, and then you would want to have our employment notification. We should have that in their file. It's just, we want to cover all the way around, that we have them covered, entered. Yeah. If we all of a sudden get a timesheet on someone and we had no idea that they were working for the county, that really is kind of a shocker. So, yeah, just communication in the file, like on a termination, I just need something telling me so-and-so termed on such and such date. And I think it needs to be in the file, not a verbal, I want it in writing, please.
So Todd has to tell you that.
Yes, he did tell me when his final day was, but it would be really nice if, can you just shoot me an email, say this is his final day?
Yeah.
And just plop it to me, because I think it needs to be in their file.
So who needs to have that form? Would that be
This-
something he'd come in and see you about?
This is, when they do their, and then we can make sure they have the right paperwork. This is gonna have to have Todd's signature and then a commissioner's signature, because it's a hiring. So this is just the sheet telling me this is what he's working under, this is what his starting salary is gonna be, so we know to enter payroll. This is with everybody's, it's an employee form. And then see, the employee signs it here, and then Todd will sign it, and and one of the commissioners should sign it. It's just telling you what they do. And then we would have them fill out all the paperwork that we need for payroll.
Well, this says department head, that would be him, and then your
Yeah.
board chair, that'd be him.
Yeah.
So you,
I've been having, we just put cause you guys are to decide if someone's being hired or whatever. And I think Dennis could sign it. We could probably take that off there, cause he's been the one coming in
HR.
on yeah. He's just been the one that's been the
On the
commissioner that's been doing the interviews, but I think you guys make the final decision.
Laney, Todd, and I've been pretty much
Yeah.
doing.
So I think that if you do an interview, or if you come in or whatever, Todd can sign it, and then you can sign it that it's an agreement.
It's just part of your paper trail.
Yeah, it's just paper trail, and in case something happens, we got everything covered. Because this also includes, we're giving them an employee packet, so we make sure we have the right paperwork. You know, and everything on file. So with that leading into, Chris brought his stuff, we don't have it entered correctly. Or we don't have him entered yet because he didn't have part of the information that we need for payroll. But I would like for you guys to fill this in for Chris and Todd, this spreadsheet. With that, I also talked to Chris and I also talked to Dan, because we're talking two positions here. We're talking when he runs county equipment and when he runs his own equipment. Okay. So when I talked to Dan, we're all in agreement. If he's gonna run any of our equipment, he has to be on our payroll because of the liability, workman's comp, all of that kind of stuff. When he runs his equipment, that would be contract labor, but Dan had a different suggestion. Dan's suggestion was, which I think Chris is gonna come in and talk to him today. Dan's suggestion was, is that we do this, so we wanna agree upon an hourly wage. And even when we use his equipment, is what we're going to do is lease his equipment, pay him hourly.
Be two separate paychecks.
Yes, but the other way it would be too, even if contract labor. But is what he thinks that it would be cleaner.
It's how you fill the claim out.
Yes, it would be cleaner. We would lease his equipment and then we would talk to our insurance. It would be a plain, simple. So when he runs his equipment, is what he would do is turn in a timesheet plus we would have a lease agreement with him for his equipment. And then we would have to cover when he runs his equipment, we would have to contact our insurance, letting them know that,
You know, when
We're using-
when I'm listening to this, it sounds like we're making it more complicated, and I'll tell you why. We just hired Nevada Coon to do some work out there on the bridge. He came, did it for a certain dollar amount and fixed the bridge. We get one bill. We're making this more difficult than we have to.
but what equipment did he use?
He used his own. And now, listen, what I'm saying is if Chris uses his own equipment, that's pretty cut and dry. Just have him,
You just gotta build the county with.
But if you have to have a contract with him though.
we can write something that he
We can have an open-ended
You would have to be a
contract, yeah.
registered contractor.
Yes, you would have to have a contract with him when he's running his equipment,
like Christine said,
Right.
we can have an opening contract.
Yeah,
You know.
which you should have had a contract with Nevada to do that as well.
Well, he's just a contract. We have a
Well,
job, he bid on it and.
Nevada's gotta register with the state and.
Right, and he is, I
Yeah.
think, the same way with Chris.
But I meant the county itself, when they're working on the county roads or doing anything county, we need to have a contract in that. Because I will tell you right now, we're gonna get audited on it. And we have to have a contract in place in our file.
I think the insurance item would be more serious
Yeah,
than
like
the
you have
other.
to have a contract, that's fine, if we go contract with Copenhagen. But you were talking, he's doing two things, if he's gonna operate our equipment, he has to be on payroll. But when he's using his equipment, if you wanna go contract wise, that's fine, but we still have to have that contract on file. You can't just call him and have him do it.
So you're saying I should have had a contract with this tree job, we just didn't found last week.
Yes,
So when I call a mechanic to come to the road there, I gotta.
yeah.
What's the difference?
I don't know, but I do know that, and dollar figures might have something to do with it. But we are literally asked when we are audited to produce all of our contracts. They go through our bills. And when they see something, we have to prove that we have that.
Can you ask Dan if we can do a open-ended contract yearly?
I think it would be like if you're talking about with Copenhagen.
Copenhagen or
I think it's similar to
Galsky
like
or,
like we have to have the contract with our Meals on Wheels.
yeah.
Yeah.
See if
So
that
I believe
applies.
it's like like what's considered contract work
Do we have contracts when people come in and work on computers? When somebody
Yes.
comes in and works on your computer, do we have a
Yes.
contract?
Yes. Yeah, because we have it with
And
Waco.
then we separate the payroll and parts and all those things.
Out when we're billing, yes, the contract is separate than the pieces that we buy, because that would be.
The hardware.
The hardware,
The labor's separate from the hardware, okay.
the actual contract that you have with like, like we have contracts on like our,
The server and the
well, and like our copy machine,
yeah.
right? We have contracts.
So the contracts are important because if they come in and do a job and you just have a bid from them and you accept their bid, that's not a contract. That's just them saying, I'll do this job for this money. Don't do the job. You don't have a contract to go back on them and say, this is what we contracted you to do.
And like if it's not done to your standards, or I don't think everything. But I think when you're talking bigger projects, I believe you have to have contracts, and some of them you gotta make sure you're putting them out to bid. That's where the dollar figure comes.
Well, over a certain dollar, you have to,
Yeah.
is it $80,000?
80,000, I believe, yeah.
80,000.
But all I'm saying is. You just had a tree job done. We all talked about it. Do you wanna do this much, or you want to do this much? We as commissioners gonna do this much. So guy come out, cut the trees, voila, it's gone. It's so simple. And we can't make life just paperwork
Well,
and.
the only thing that you'd have to, Tom would have to have a contractor's license.
Yeah, I agree with
That's it.
contract.
We have, well, like Tom, we literally are,
Tom,
Tom and both Toms, excuse me. We have their we have all their information on file, so if you use them as contractors, I don't know if it has to be per project. Do you know what I'm saying? But we have, Tom McGlosky has all of his stuff filed with us.
His,
Tom Piss.
his business license.
And they bring us in their liability insurance, they bring us all of that stuff. we
And
have
I'm
it on
okay
a-
with all that, but
on a
that's them
file.
doing that, but we're making it more. I don't think I know Chris has got liability insurance, he's worked for me. We just need to keep it.
I don't know, I'm just,
If
I
you-
get that we need to see.
well,
Simple,
all
but
we
we
have to
also-
do is make sure
We're
that he
also
brings
gonna
that copy of that in.
Yeah, we just need to have it designated, this is what we need,
Yes,
and then keep it simple.
I would verify what you need, I will ask our auditors for sure what is required. For the contracts, but I do know that we need that, but.
Find out if we can have a yearly contract with
And I don't even know if it has to be like Tom Pitts is like, he's like our building contractor.
Yeah, whenever you need it.
Right. Yeah, we use them as we need, like it could probably be an open-ended thing, I'm not saying that it has to be done like yearly, I know that you wanna use company paper, but you also, you need to make sure that you're doing it correctly, it's not a oops.
find out from the auditors.
So I will find out, but I believe that especially when he's working and maintaining roads, you should have he's working on roads, you should have a contractor.
Well, you're talking about the two Toms, they're doing a variety of work, and the one Tom's coming in over here and working inside a building or whatever. All I'm saying is, we need to go down that path where you have everything on file and it's pretty simple. They come in and give you a claim, you pay it and away you go. Instead of make it more it's difficult, it seems like we're doing something different on road because.
I'm not doing different, but you're talking bigger projects here, Dennis. You're not talking,
No, we're talking a plan. You either gotta do it all, and we need to start doing that with the two Toms. In the world I live. We just keep. I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying that you're making it different than road for anything else.
I'm not making it different, you're talking liability here with equipment on county roads running. You need to have, the county should be covered in case something happens. What if his equipment, maybe he's not paying attention and he hits another vehicle and he's doing it for the county? We need to have a contract in place that
Are we doing that with Tom? Cause it's the same deal, it's contractor.
We probably should.
It'd be better to just.
We never used, I didn't know about Tom until Tom came in. And then we asked him for the W-9. We did all of that. So yes, if you think that we should.
So
do
once
that
he's
for-
got the W-9 and the proof of insurance.
We have the W-9 proof of insurance. What else did we get on Tom?
That was it.
But I think
Should
if
be
you're,
okay.
yeah,
all you need for Copenhagen too.
Yeah,
You call me utility equipment on the county road, just like Copenhagen will.
we gotta keep it all the same, just simple.
well, you guys make that decision.
Well,
I made you aware.
okay,
You guys
ask
figure
your
that out.
auditors if we get a W-9 and we have a list. That anybody,
Insurance and all that stuff.
they got proof of insurance and everything, and we can just let
If that's adequate.
Yeah. I think you also have to look at the project.
Okay, then you tell us the dollar amount where that's gonna split.
80,
No, 80,000, but no, you need to tell us because you're.
I'll
concerned
check the
about-
auditors. I'm
Yeah, check
just
with the
making you
auditor.
guys aware of what we're asked for. So I'm not, it's not like, you guys can do whatever you want with
So
that
you'll find the number.
information.
Well, we're just throwing things out here and nothing can stick until we know the exact.
I mean,
Maybe-
we've gotten in trouble for not having the contracts on our printers. Those are only $5,000. So I don't know what to tell you.
Really?
I'm just making you aware of what we're asked for and what we've been written up for before in our audits.
The auditor gets
the
up,
difference between what we're talking about is that anything over $5,000, I think you would have to have a
That's what I believe. That's what I said.
Contract.
It's a dollar figure.
80,000, anything over 80,000, it's competitive bid.
okay, so there is a kind of a difference in,
There's a difference, competitive bid over 80,000. Anything
Standard
over
bid.
5,000,
Yeah, cause like, like Tom Pisk working buildings, McGlosky doing the trees and all of that kind of stuff. I don't even think it's been over, maybe over I don't know what Tom's was, you know, guy. Was it right at 5? Yeah. So 5,001, let's just say, it's actually $5,001. It has to go over.
well, clarify with all that with the auditor and so we
So,
don't
I
get you
will,
in
I
trouble.
can verify on that. I just know that that's what they go looking for, and when you hit that dollar mark, that's when they come back to us and we gotta show proof of things. So,
Yeah, it'd just be helpful to know exactly what the rule is, so we can do it, everything, everybody.
so like I said, I think it's a dollar factor.
Okay,
So once it hits that dollar, just like the W-9 is required when they are hitting at 600. So if it's
Well, the
$600.
W-9 and the
it's a W-9 that we need to
verification
have
of
on file.
insurance,
Dan.
No, it wasn't.
$500 bill. And you had to come in and do it every day.
It's $500, so we have to report it to the IRS for taxes.
No, it's 600.
Is it 600?
It's 600.
Okay.
Okay, my bad, I thought it was 600, I didn't look at it, it's 600.
so what was Dan's 500?
$500.
We need to do a better job.
And my apology. It doesn't hurt us to have the W-9 on file anyway.
oh, if they gotta have proof of insurance, what's another?
That you don't, the W-9 is just, so when anything's paid out of claims, anything over, it's $600. $600
That's a
has to be
reporting
reported to the
factor.
IRS
Yeah, okay.
for one individual, yes. So, if you guys can fill out that, I do think you want this though, or you don't want this, I don't know. But I don't know what you want to pay him by the hour, and that needs to be filled out, but I do believe if you're going to have him operate county equipment, that needs to be on file.
Do you see him operating county equipment?
I haven't seen it yet.
Is he, would he at any time?
Oh.
Run county equipment?
Well, if Yeah, like that emergency deal we were talking about where he'd have to come in and get one of our machines and plow a road if we couldn't get there in time.
Well, I was wondering if he.
Guy won't know
If the
until it
roads are that
happens.
bad, he probably need to use his equipment. I just
Well-
don't ever see a point where we would have him in our.
Well, that was one of my concerns when we first talked about this is, maybe the whole deal was, that was brought up is if we were out north, only two of us working afterwards. And something out south needed emergency plowing, he could do it. But he lives out south with his equipment, it's usually out there,
Yeah,
so he would use his own equipment.
that was my understanding of what we're doing is in that emergency where that ambulance gotta go through, they're in town.
Right.
Now you got drifts on the road, he can take his equipment, knock those drifts off. And then the ambulance can get where they're going. We're talking about life-saving stuff here.
Yes,
I don't know that he'd ever run our equipment.
yeah, I don't either.
I just don't see that
And
ever
then same
happening.
token, if we happen to be out south, he's already out there too, so by the time he can't get there any faster than we can either.
Right.
You know, so. Yeah, and. I really don't see him doing it, like I said, in the,
Well, it's the same piece of paper. All you do is fill out a couple more blanks.
yeah. It wouldn't hurt to have him there,
Why not have it signed, sealed and ready to go if it's necessary?
It just be on file and we
Yeah.
can enter it.
it don't mean, yeah, if it's on, as long as it's on file. And it makes these people happy.
Makes
think
their
we
life a
can-
little
He
easier.
can do that, it's not that, I mean, he could be on file for 20 years, never set a piece of equipment, which is fine,
But it's there.
but
if
he's
it's
there in case he
necessary.
does need.
I
yeah.
think that'd be smart. And it's nothing extra. It's just another blank on the
Yeah.
same piece
Yeah,
of
I
paper.
could keep this sitting in there, but if he actually operated a piece of equipment,
He can't do it without having that.
he can't do it without that,
Yeah,
because we need to have him
So
covered.
we just as well have that done and
I think
might
that'd
need him
be
in
a
20
good
years,
idea.
might need him tomorrow. So
No.
let's have it done and be done with it.
Cause that's the only thing that's gonna make it legitimate if he's gonna jump on any county equipment.
Auditors and insurance.
Yeah, and well, covering your butt, cause it's,
Insurance.
well, it's the liability of people. And equipment, I guess so to say. You can't have someone not employed by the county operating county equipment.
Do we need to make a motion or something or just,
She can find out from the auditor exactly what we need and then.
On that. But this is, if you want him to operate it, if you're thinking he's gonna operate, I would please like that filled out.
If he's gonna operate county equipment.
Any county equipment at any time.
Hey Sherry, before you go, do you know is the Milwaukee Beach
We have to put a
permit?
dollar
on
figure
here?
and
Is
stuff.
that,
Yeah, you guys.
That was
like,
Christine.
that was something I put on there for Todd. He had signed it. I
Well,
think he did it electronically.
Okay, I was
I
just
think-
asking why she was here, instead of
Yeah.
chasing her down afterwards.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Sherry.
Hey, John, did you sign the Milwaukee Bridge permit? That's on the agenda. Have you done that already?
That was that
I
electronic,
just gotta figure out starting salary for him, I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
What do you guys think?
Did it, what would you put it for the hour?
We talked about,
We start our new guys at 22.
I think that's what we had talked
My other
about.
guy that's been there for years is getting 24.77. This guy's got some experience, he's got CDL.
23.
no, I think you're gonna have to put him up where the other guys are.
I
Staff
think
experience.
you're gonna have to put him right where my
Yeah.
tenure guy is, I think.
24.77.
And I think we ought to, while we're on this discussion, when I call in Wade, which I think Wade's already fitting there anyway with his wage. But I think Austin Miller should be up there too.
Yes, because of experience and knowledge. is what
Experience,
you're
that
looking for.
experience is, I'll tell you, that training with somebody that's got, especially if they already know the county,
Yeah,
that's the big,
You know where the road
They
is.
know where they're at. You know, these new guys, they have no idea where the hell they're at, if they come from out of town. So I think Wade should be right, well, Wade and Adam were the same anyway when they were employed together. But I think we got Wade still at his same wage that when he quit.
Yeah, you asked me to
Yeah.
keep him at the
And,
same wage.
and I think we ought to put Gary right up there right now.
I would agree with you. Or he'll just stay and watch TV.
And I
Well,
think we just well put Chris right there too.
I mean, they own their business. Chris came here and helped train.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. And Chris has been contracting around here, so he knows where he's at.
Yeah.
He's learning.
So I think they should all be right there at that same wage.
Oh, I agree with you.
You need any?
I don't think you should have it at the same wage as your 10-year employee.
Wade's there, he's only got 5.
Oh, Wade and him have the same.
They were hired at the same time, but Adam had a previous.
Because you're
He was
extra,
here like
right?
6
The reason why I'm saying that is because you're, just the difference between when you get the 2.5 every year is what I'm saying. I don't think it should. He's getting that because kind of like, we say that's the longevity when you get your,
Ebola.
All I'm saying, you could start them where you're at. You don't gotta give them, they can't get
Yeah.
longevity anyway because they're.
that's all I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, not changing every time with that higher person, that this is where, I mean, you can maybe go up a little bit, but I think your person that is there working every day should be
Should be compensated
be-
a bit more.
higher because they have,
Compensated more.
stayed
I agree
with you,
that. I agree.
is what
with
I'm
that.
trying to say.
That's something I'm gonna try to get fixed and at budget time is I'm gonna try to get Adam a little more raise than these other guys, cause he's been there.
Yeah.
And he's still there. He walks in the door every day.
yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Not that, not,
I agree with you, but we gotta get something fixed.
Yeah.
Right now, and then at budget
Yeah,
time, we
yeah.
might be able to fix
Do
fix
something
the
else.
other, do something a little bit different to help out Adam and,
Squiggle a little bit.
you know, and then maybe help out
See what we got.
Jordan too, you know. He's got the potential to be a long-term guy and he walks in the door every day. That's what I want to
You'd
see.
get more
Somebody
than
walks in the door
you
every
did
day.
get more than you've given him because what you wrote on the sheet, because I called you and said, for some reason, he got $1 more than. You had him at lower because
You find it?
you forgot the wage that we were,
Okay.
I'm just giving you a bad time.
But anyway,
Talking about the one.
I would like to just guys get a little bit more.
It's on the agenda.
Every day.
It says it's
Oh, I
the
agree with you. because
minimum
what he
usage
said,
permit
make them walk.
application signatures for.
Didn't we do that?
WA and the Magna.
Yeah, I'm thinking everything's up to snuff.
I thought Todd did that already electronically.
Attention.
Yes,
I believe so.
retention's huge.
And then we updated Jeff with all the
People show up
contact
or-
information.
I'm
Yeah.
just bringing it up.
Yeah, I got it.
Cause just what you've dealt with a couple. You didn't name names, but just a couple, just.
Yeah.
Just tough.
Yeah.
Will you sign that, Todd?
So, yeah, put
I
on.
don't know how to just sign it.
Right, well, I don't know what that is, that wage is, that, wage you're getting. I
Oh,
think it's 24.77,
Yeah, it's
somewhere
like
in there.
It's a weird amount.
Yeah, so, but yeah, just write that number in, or I can come, I'll write it in, I'll come up and
Okay.
look it up for me. But I think that's where them guys will be.
So I'll get this on file and I will enter it. I can enter him into maintenance if we decide to, but he's gotta come in. He didn't bring me complete anyway,
Okay.
but I just wanted to bring it up so that we had it on. And I will email the auditors right now to find out on that. So, okay,
Thank you, Sherry.
The last thing you have under roads today is talk about road levy discussion for general election.
Well, you wanna go forward with this, it's gonna be about 30 mils.
And that's asking for
Were you doing equipment and
What,
employee?
did you put equipment in there or 2 employees or what did you?
What was the levy for? Or what
Well,
was
the first time we run it for an extra employee. And I think it was $40,000 a year for equipment replacement and stuff.
Yeah, it's split out.
Okay, so how did we do the same thing is what
Well, what we're asking for is money,
this time?
period.
Yes, okay.
Can you put it anywhere you
Well,
want?
can put it anywhere.
We can,
Preferably.
we can advertise it as because we need it for. But it's just money.
Okay,
They can't dictate where it goes.
Okay.
It's gotta go in the road.
yeah, right.
but it's not a specific,
Right, and we can, it's not specific to any, this is our intent.
But when I'm questioned out there doing my PR work,
I'll get
What?
the spreadsheet. for
okay,
you.
then what do I say, hey, we'd like to have 2 more employees, or do we go back to get another employee, maybe upgrade some equipment, or, I mean, I
All of
wanna
the
be able,
above.
I wanna be able to look them in the eye and not be
Okay.
lying to them.
I'll get a format 1-pager for you.
Okay. Cause I'm gonna be questioned.
Yeah.
It's, you know. But what do you need this money for? What do you need this money for? I gotta have something to tell, and I don't wanna lie to them.
No, no.
no, that's not good PR at all.
Well, you can back it up with numbers and look at your road.
Yeah.
All those things make sense, but if people don't know, then
Right.
it don't make sense.
But no, I think we need it, this shit's going down. Going down faster than the guy thinks.
Roads are in good shape.
I know
They're
there's most of them.
really amazing. The Cherry Creek Road is held up so
That whole
well.
north side, other than up Bad Route and Hall Corner, that whole north side's really, really good. I was it's been. I went over the mountain, the last time I was over the mountain was before they mowed. So I ain't even had time to go check the roads. Pretty much all fall and winter, but I went up there. Everything up there looks great. Upper end of Cherry Creek all looks great. Even the lower end of Cherry Creek ain't that bad.
No,
Is that because we've had less moisture or?
That's because we've had more moisture.
more moisture. We're an inch over.
Oh, okay.
No, the moisture it's a great thing to have
That's-
moisture. It's,
July,
it
August,
holds things
September,
together.
rain helped us out,
And December,
and
Yeah.
December, yeah.
The only thing that moisture did that was bad is on the roads that don't have gravel.
Yeah, you go
That's the
from
only thing that moisture. did
rocky
that's
spot to
bad.
rocky spot,
Yeah,
hope you slide onto it.
but, even them spots that don't have.
that was a
gravel,
colorful way to
off.
say it.
It was wet. They're great.
That's a whoo,
So, we were fortunate enough that it all happened after hunting season, or the upper end of Cherry Creek would have been
And boy,
bad with all the hunting and stuff up there with that moisture, they'd have rutted to hell.
No.
It all come out of after hunting.
Roads are in good shape.
They are. And it's because we got good crowns in most all of them. And our practices are, I think they're pretty good. Especially compared to some of our neighbors.
The Cap Rock Road is just a wreck. Just a wreck.
As soon as you cross the county line.
you know,
Well, you have to go a little ways,
Well,
not very far.
Right.
we always hear that your roads are terrible or our roads are terrible, or you always hear that. We drove up the other day past your place and we go over, I don't know, wind farm issue that somebody brought up, so we went and looked at it. But you didn't have to go very far over that county line and it just washed for you, you got good gravel. But
No
it's just,
binder in it, yeah.
yeah, and it's just as washboardy as they can be.
I got one spot of concern on my road. Going down the hill, going down to that 90-degree corner of
Yeah.
the cemetery.
They run out of time that day we were hauling. And I'm gonna plan on putting the load over that.
That'd be great.
Yep.
That,
They run out of time and couldn't.
I
get
figured.
Load in, so.
I got a couple other hills that need some too, but that one
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, they run out of time that day. They only needed one more load, but they couldn't quite get her.
Day didn't last long
And-
enough.
And then that pile froze up. I couldn't even dig it anymore. Now it's thawed out, so I can get back into it.
Looks like you got it worked up pretty
I'll
good.
get it either tomorrow or next week.
Tomorrow you might, wanna put your tie downs
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's supposed to be windy, but it is what it is. We gotta work in it anyway.
When they work on this freeway again, are you gonna be using any of that?
I don't know, it's cause when they did that last time, they reused all that stuff within the project
Oh, they did, okay.
on that, when they did the eastbound lane. And I'm not sure what their plan is on the westbound. If they're gonna reuse that, I assume they're probably gonna. If they did on the eastbound, they'll probably do it on the westbound the same way. So I won't get into that.
But they gave you first
They usually do
or
the state,
second, because the state
Yeah.
first after.
unless the state did like this last time, the state, they didn't even come talk to me, they just give it all to Prince. Well, then Prince ended up giving me some, because they didn't have no place to go with it. And it could be the same thing here too. If Riverside doesn't have any place to go with it, they'll come contact me. If the state already had a contract with, it, I don't know how that works. Or I kind of know how it works, I just don't know who got the contract
They get the phone call.
till I get whether the state contacts me or Riverside or the contractor.
But you-
Eric Urban,
You got a place to put it anyway.
But,
Yeah, he's gonna, you need to sign that.
Like
It's
that.
hilarious.
Easy on,
This
easy
is
off.
what you would be signing, zoning compliance form.
What's that?
We have to sign a zoning compliance form for the Norris Pit permit. This is a simple form that says there's no zoning to be concerned about.
Sign it quick.
Yeah, sign it quick.
Well, you're keeping up with Eric and,
Just the same emails you do,
okay.
I guess.
Sounds like we're just gonna do the North Pit. Or, no, we're gonna do all three, I think.
Yeah,
Are all
We
three
got-
of
we
them
got
gonna get lumped?
well, we got 3 test holes to dig on the cabin creek one.
Right,
And we already did the one on the north.
right, that's all done and Sam was there,
And,
Sam,
it didn't sound like we had to do any on that Chapman pit.
no.
So
Zoning compliance, I need a motion to sign.
I so move.
I'd second Christie.
There's a motion and a second to sign the zoning compliance in accordance with the Open Cut Mining Act.
It doesn't apply to anything except you gotta have the paper.
So zoning compliance with the what? Open Pit Mining Act?
Mhm.
And
Do you want me to send you the email?
sure, then I can pull the information off of it, make sure I get it right in the minutes here.
He just wanted you to electronically sign it for him so he can,
continue.
Yeah.
and he turned that all in, so whenever
Whenever it
they,
comes back,
yeah, whenever they
all
put,
not in his court anymore.
no. It's in BLM,
Yeah.
and hopefully they can get to it before April 15th. Isn't that the,
Yeah, that's the cutoff for the sage grouse.
yeah,
or
migratory bird.
I
Is
sent it.
the place that they, you
And I
guys
signed it.
wanna
Okay,
take
so
your
it's already signed and you sent it back to him or whatever.
samples out of?
Yeah, it's already
Can it
back
be
there.
mowed?
DocuSign.
It's on the side of the
So
Scorio Hill.
the bird thing wouldn't really come into play
We
on
just
that.
have to wait till after July 15th then. And I like that pit, I'm not worried about, cause we can't really do nothing there until you get some money to crush that stuff.
Yeah,
So that pit really, I mean, it's nice to have it up to date.
Is there anything in there you can get, or is it all just big
It's all-
chunks? You gotta be,
Big chunks. I mean, there's small stuff, but you're gonna get big chunks with it.
Where's this at?
That
Cabin Creek.
Pit that we had.
that community pack.
Chris,
That's been what,
that was
15 years ago?
2010.
Yeah,
So in this document, it says the site name is Norris, that's the name of the pit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got it misspelled, but usually misspelling.
But that's the way, that's the way it is in the DEQ.
Yeah,
I don't
one
know
R.
how- Yeah,
Yeah, I think that is how it is.
it is in DEQ, they forgot an R, and then they did that with another pit,
No, let's not confuse him more.
yeah, yeah, let's just leave. it
Yeah,
that way.
don't do it.
Leave it that way. But their band pit was spelled Bond Pit, B-O-N. There was another pit.
Whoever did the typing couldn't read the writing.
Yeah, couldn't read the- that was back when we filled everything out. And not just electronic stuff, so.
Well, it's just like stuff we've gotten from BLM. I know you got it because it got emailed to me too. Don't worry about the last email we got where we're gonna shoot you because you didn't do this in that pit because the pit's beyond that expiration. It was all reclaimed anyway.
Yeah.
That's what's funny is as they have more discovery, they find it was all in place. They just didn't know everything.
Yeah.
They just didn't know what they were talking about.
Well, yeah, well, they change hands so much, you know.
Knowledge doesn't go with it.
Yeah, and then they gotta find the stuff, and if they can't find it, then it's your fault. And
Well, of
and
course.
then come to find out, well, it wasn't your fault, we did have it. And
Every
sometimes we
minute.
just chase their tail way too much instead
Yeah.
of doing our job.
It seems like that's what I've been doing for about 2 years, facing my tail.
Well, hopefully, I might give Shane a call and say, did you get that stuff from Eric? And see if, it'd be nice if we could push that now, that way we could use it at our discretion. And if we could pass that millage, until you find the fifth and sixth guy, or however that works out, maybe you take some of that money and crush just a little bit down there, just.
The issue with trying to use a little bit of money is you ain't gonna get a crusher moved in there for less than probably $100,000,
How much?
about 100,000.
It used to be 40, wasn't it?
Well, you take, if it's $7 a yard to crush
Oh,
it,
yeah.
you know, they usually got a little mobilization fee in there. Unless you crush a certain amount, then sometimes these smaller companies will take that fee
Yeah,
out.
yeah, pleasure.
But just a guess right now, it's gonna take at least 100 to get somebody in there. Even there's 2 guys that I talked to, Bobby, 10 years ago or so. They were like $6 or $7 a yard to crush it. A 30,000 yard minimum. And then they wouldn't charge you for the mobilization. But 30,000 times $7 is,
21,000,
you know. That's more than
or,
20,000.
yeah,
You're talking $150,000-$200,000.
Yeah.
Something in that.
I didn't add
So-
enough zeros.
So that's where you're setting with the crusher. There's, yeah, 100,000, I might even be, then that's probably $250,000. Even get them to come in.
Depends on how hungry they are.
Well,
Right now, I don't
mean,
think
there's
they
always
are.
option, you can rent a crusher too. But now you're gonna have all your payloaders gonna be committed to it. You're gonna have to have 2 employees out there running it. That's all we got, 2 employees and 2 loaders, so. The time it's crushing, we ain't get nothing else done. You know, so, there is options. But I'm gonna say it's probably $200,000 to $250,000. Get somebody to come in there, yeah.
Mobilization plus the crushing fee.
But like I said, if you crush so much, these smaller contractors, like out of Fallon County where you gotta move very far,
Yeah,
they'll take the mobilization, but if they gotta come in 500 miles away, they're gonna charge that mobilization. But them guys from Fallon County probably wouldn't, because they're just going across county line.
I think they moved to a different pit too. I don't remember seeing it in the Plubner Road anymore.
But that's what you're looking at as far as the that's. But even if you do it, you do save money, because you're trucking. You ain't trucking so damn far. That's your big expense, is trucking. Crushing cheap, really.
And the amount of work, what kills you, you're right. When you're hauling like from this pit here down to Christine,
That's 40 miles one way.
you're an hour and a half.
To get,
Just
now you're an hour and a half to get back.
Yeah, and see.
And you're
that-
going
it
empty.
shortens your day up so
Yeah.
much, but if you hit right there, how much, you get half mile done maybe.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah, you can get
See,
5 times much done in a day.
and that's the offset,
Yeah.
you got, that it comes in there somewhere, and you gotta figure out how that.
It does. Trucking is always, you can buy the gravel, crush the gravel, you can do all that, that's cheaper than the trucking itself. Especially if you got some distance to go.
We
Go
hauled
ahead
out
and
there,
read the-
Christine,
Yeah,
a couple years ago,
Yeah.
we had 5.
I was riding with whoever.
Yeah.
And it was, your day spent driving.
Yeah.
I think we got 3 loads, but we started early and ended late. We got
Yeah.
3.
Prairie County Board of Commissioners meeting February 27th,
I'm not-
2026. Prairie County Board of Commissioners Todd Devlin, Christine Keltner, and Dennis Teskey met in regular session at 9 a.m. In attendance, Administrative Assistant Harry McNall. 9 a.m. Pledge of Allegiance and call to order, public comment. Soylent Millwright, please drop the lawsuit against Eaton's. Dan Pike, did the county just sue or add Glendive Wind LLC to the lawsuit? The suit should be dropped and allow the citizens to vote on the issue. Commissioner Teskey, I was shocked about the lawsuit. There's more litigation going on and I'm concerned. Dan Pike, was there a vote about suing the citizens? Commissioner Devlin, there was a vote in closed session. Teskey explained his position on the petition and lawsuits. Keltner, the question came forward about who hired the attorney. There was none given, so the Eatons were listed. Devlin, he explained what process brought the lawsuit forward.
I didn't know if you wanted more detail on that, cause I didn't catch it all and you explained it. That's why I folded it, see if you wanted anything else added there.
Cheryl Morrison, there have been citizens that have wanted to connect with each of the commissioners separately to address their concerns. We tell them to call the commissioners. There are often comments about the road and there are people who would like face to face. Norma Peabody, people are afraid to come in. There are people who want their names off contracts and are being harassed by Nextera. I don't hate anyone. I heard they don't see the problems with them. Devlin explained where the contracts for Nextera came from and how it was brought to the attention of the commission. Kay Hoffer, comment provided by Joylyn Millwright. If you're afraid to come in, you can email, send a letter to one or all of the commissioners. Teskey, I've received phone calls and went to other counties' commissioners' meetings to get an idea of what others are doing. People need to hear and we can't keep secrets. He spoke about the resolutions for the last best place zoning district. Aaron Martinson, he read a Facebook post from May 22nd, 2020 that Devlin created. Commissioner Devlin made the decision to move Todd Tibbetts from the Land Planning Board. My question is, where are the standards if the rest of the boards have standards? Devlin explained that there was a post on Facebook about marks in the right of way. Todd Tibbetts responded and recommended removing those marks to provide bad data for Nextera. There was more conversation about what happened leading up to the removal of Todd Tibbetts. Commissioner Teskey gave examples of his time on Montana DEQ and septic system permits. The government working with people and helping people is the best practice. Rini Pertz. We ask lots of questions and seldom get answers except from Commissioner Teskey. She explained what led to the removal of Tibbetts from the Land Planning Board. Where was this done? When was it done? There are minutes showing the decision. She explained the Land Planning Board process for the growth policy. She also spoke about litigation threats from Nextera. She's frustrated with the process being done by the commission. Why are you suing the citizens? You, Commissioner Devlin, should resign or step down from chair. There are many bad decisions being made by the commission. There was no meeting for Todd Tibbetts or Suey Eaton's or adding Glendive Wind LLC. The county should get this done. No road discussion, continuing public comment. Aaron Martinson, did we lose another member of the road department? Teskey explained that one employee took a job elsewhere. Teskey explained that replacing the land planning board member, there were 3 applicants and I didn't see them. I had to vote no on the new member because I was not well informed. Kay Hoffer, comment provided by Joylyn Millwright. Concerning the markers from Nextera, it says it was an easement on private property. So if the property owner removed them, that is their right, and Todd Tibbetts has the right to his opinion. Nextera is not a utility company and the owner may remove it. If a person removed it, should be done during a public meeting. If a person is removed, it should be done during a public meeting. Mary Elizabeth Grew, I would like to invite you, commissioners, to the 120-year-old ranch in April when we are calving. We have an open range and we stand to lose the ranch due to the traffic through the middle of the road as proposed by Nextera. Dan Pike, our discussions with the Nextera ongoing. There are road agreements, etc. on the county website. Devlin explained that agreements are drafts, that the road agreement will be the county's agreements in terms. There have not been conversations with Nextera. Aaron Martinson, he believes the county attorney had said during litigations, all conversations are stopped during litigation. So there should be no conversations with Nextera and Glendive Wind LLC. Kay Hopper, comment provided by Joylyn Millwright. Why didn't Todd Tibbetts receive a warning? Keltner explained he'd been warned. Aaron Martinson, October 3rd, 25 commissioner meeting. It was said that if we get the 60% on the petition, it was a done deal. Devlin, we need to clarify that 60% is to show that over 60% of the landowners signed the petition. And the vote is to determine that the signatures are at least 60%. Dan Pike, moving forward, we have 100% participation. Will I get sued? Devlin, it's one of the findings that 100% of the landowners signed it. Tara Dupay and County Attorney Dan Rice on the phone. Do county commissioners have any questions regarding the documents forwarded to the commissioners? Teskey, why was Glendive Wind LLC?
Added, sorry.
What?
Was added. He was asking why
It was added, okay. Necessary party under Rule 19 of Montana Civil Procedure. We have filed, and because there is a rule for all necessary parties to be joined in the lawsuit. Tara Dupay, I will not answer public questions. I represent the commissioners. Dan Pike, Teskey, why is it being expanded to include content? Tara Dupay, the lawsuit is not about petition, but the ordinance. It is for the ordinance of the ballot initiative, not the type 1 zoning.
I wasn't sure about what I wrote there. Do you guys remember the next line? I didn't write who said it or what it was referencing, so it may just be not needed.
Not needed, I have no
Okay.
idea what it means.
Devlin, if no one is registered in your county, you can appoint an attorney. Teskey, other counties in our state do not have staff attorneys, they contract. I think we could hire that out a lot cheaper than an appointment. We are paid for 9 days a month and it's a lot more than that. There was a conversation about doing something for the 250th anniversary of our county. Country should be.
That's true.
Shelley Cole Harrington, impact fee that would be paid, is it a one-time payment? Looking down the road, what happens when the ground can't be used any longer due to forever chemicals? Are we looking to the future? 11/8/05, Keltner read the minutes from February 11th Commissioners meeting. Teskey made a motion to approve the minutes. As corrected, seconded by Devlin. All in favor, motion passed. Question was asked what the purpose of the lawsuit was. Devlin explained that the ordinance to zone was not lawful through a petition. Discussion on other options outside of an elected county attorney. Hiring outside legal would reduce costs to the county and provide funds for other areas in the county. 12, lunch break, 1 p.m., Justice of the Peace, Mary Booker, to speak about getting a clerk for her office. In general, a clerk gets paid $16.50 per hour and would work a few hours a month and vacation, etc. If a clerk has a court case to work on, the sentencing would not happen until Mary returned from time off. Kellner made a motion for the Justice of the Peace to hire a clerk for her office, seconded by Commissioner Devlin. All in favor, motion passed. Commissioners reviewed resolutions for the last best place initiated zone district. 215, Pam Walling with Mako Healthcare Trust to go over the renewal plan. Employees are paying about 12% of the healthcare cost and Mako's covering 88%. In the private sector, employees are paying closer to 22%. Top chronic conditions were reported as hypertension, lower back pain, hyperlipidemia, and depression. The insurance covers telehealth services and it takes about 8 minutes to speak to a doctor, so could reduce a trip to the doctor's office. Mako Healthcare Trust is a pool among members and the amount collected from Prairie County would not cover the cost of health care, but because we're in a pool, the pool covers the cost. The renewal rate this year is a 5% increase, down from the 9.8% increase in 2025. Dental, vision, and life rates have no increases this year. Pam went over the different plans available for the county and what the benefits are for each plan and cost. 304, public comment. Aaron Martinson called
Charbonneau. What's that?
Charbonneau.
How do you spell that?
SHARBORO, I think.
SHARBOR.
OE.
Let me check for sure.
Okay.
I got the Mako.
I had no clue how to spell it. So.
Yeah.
Commissioner in
Sure.
Dawson County. Todd Tibbetts commented about federal ground in the county and doesn't bring in tax dollars. You need to be mindful on what you spend the taxpayer money. Litigate.
SHARBONO.
Okay, thank you.
Litigation and outside legal and suing citizens before making large decisions on spending tax money. And really think about what the citizens want money to spend on. Rini Pertz, please look into a part-time attorney that is contracted out. Esky, public comments like have been talked about being just communication from the public. Conversations must happen between the public and between the commissioners. Rini Pertz, Land Planning Board works together well and often discuss different views. When a member was removed from that board, no one knew. It was at very least not done right. Devlin explained that the ordinance is designed to zone and there are only 2 ways you can zone type 1 and type 2 zoning. It was determined to have a jurisdiction decision. Steve Tibbetts commented about his experience with the commission and the road departments, where comments were made and not fulfilled. There is a history of bad decisions. 335, Clerk and Recorder Sherry Robertson provided the commissioners with payroll to review and sign. Voucher 1098, 1099, 1100, 1101, 1102, 10. Commissioners reviewed and signed claims. Voucher 1103, 1096, 1097. 404, Commissioner Teskey left the meeting. 4:25, Commissioner Keltner made a motion to adjourn the meeting, seconded by Devlin. All in favor, motion passed.
I'd make a motion to accept the minutes as corrected.
I'll second. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed.
That was the pared down version. Sorry, Kiefer.
2.5 hours of public comment today, so where's one?
Kiefer, you have the floor.
Fire warden. Gotta figure that out. Who really is the fire warden? There's commissioner minutes that show that it belonged to the sheriff's office for a long time. And then it got transferred over to Dwight Tagg. And there's no commissioner minutes past that reverting it anywhere else. So as far as I see, Dwight is the fire warden. Which is not a bad thing. Dwight is willing to keep it. I think we just need to have a resolution that actually states who the fire warden really is. We're coming into some stuff with the city where they're wanting us to sign a whole bunch of these automatic MOUs that they go anywhere we go and anytime a fire pages they run, and I'm 100% against that. There's a happy medium to have them come to certain fires. But
They need to be called.
yeah, we need to have in place the structure of who is who before we can start signing agreements. So I would make the suggestion that we just leave Dwight Tagg in place as our fire warden and the county fire chief. Let him run both roles. He's happy to do it and be done with it.
You need a resolution on that or just a?
Wasn't it usually the fire chief was the sheriff and the warden was Dwight?
Opposite.
Opposite?
Yeah, the sheriff.
I think
the
that was
sheriff has
when
typically
Jerry-
been the fire warden, and that seemed to have stopped somewhere around the Brewski
Yep.
Clunder era.
They denied it.
Yeah, and the minutes actually stated it was John Pisk that came into a meeting and suggested making Dwight Tagg the fire warden and removing it from the sheriff's office. And everything was agreed to in some old minutes, and then even in some minutes just shortly past that, it actually mentioned fire warden Dwight Tagg came in to talk to the commissioners. So it was obviously accepted as the title. And then there's never been anything reverting it back to the sheriff's office. I think it happened almost by osmosis. I know that when I took over, Duncan was acting as a fire warden and it just kind of got handed down, just like the assessor position, just continued to get handed down as the sheriff. And there was really no need for that role. So we worked on that one and got that one removed from the sheriff's office.
Needs to clean some.
So you just want a resolution?
Yeah, I think we just need a resolution that just says that this person is the fire warden. It is not.
Dan in,
No, not yet.
sounded like.
So,
Be here. We just have him make.
Well, you work with Dwight on all this stuff anyway, too, don't you?
All the time. Yeah. Yeah, we work so closely together. It almost doesn't matter, but I just think we need it
Clarify.
clarified and confirmed.
Because you see what's coming up. We just talked about it this morning in another meeting about there's more paperwork or different paperwork and there's more MOUs and it gets more complicated.
Yeah, it does. And
Convoluted.
you want an authorized signature on a piece of paper.
yeah, I think that's the important part.
So the warden is Dwight.
Yep.
He's the authorized signature.
Yep. I think that's a smart way to go.
So can I ask, what does the fire warden do?
The fire warden is responsible for the fire protection safety of the county. That's really what all state statute says.
So do they like go out to all the fires and that kind of stuff, or is it just?
Not necessarily.
No, they really are more about, the fire warden would be more about going out and looking at Dennis's place and saying, oh man, you should probably trim these bushes back, mow some of this stuff so that when the fire comes, it doesn't come so close to your house. It's more about fire protection than it is firefighting. we all go to every fire anyway. Sheriff's office, we all go because we're usually there first anyway, and then fire department's right behind us. And we'll continue to do that. We're never gonna stop fighting fire. We need every hand we can get when it comes to these wildland fires. They're too fast and they're too unpredictable.
So there's no like special training or anything needed to do that?
There is.
Fire
Yeah.
camp's gonna be in the east this year again.
Yeah, so you start with, basic
Co-op.
wildland,
What?
class, and then you
Co-op.
just kind of move up from there and
The
and
school.
you can go all the way up into engineer and Sawyer and, there's hundreds of different labels you can get, but all of them are pretty important.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my
I'm just
suggestion.
curious.
When you were out at the farm this summer, it did look like you're busy. You're only filling 17 different positions, like locating people and getting the path right, gates open and people push through and.
And I'm still happy to do that part of it. Because honestly, you need somebody to,
Need a traffic cop on
you
site.
do, you have to track all the souls that are going out to these fires, and then you gotta track them coming back in.
Same
And
number
it's what
comes
you
in.
found. There's different track trails. Some of them take you down the dam and some, and can't get on. It just,
Yeah.
it takes a coordinated effort.
It 100% does, and this really is more about just signatures. Like I say, it's not gonna stop me from going to fires and doing what I've always done. And that's making sure that all the people are safe. That is my job.
You gotta have the same number coming out as you had going in.
That's our goal. Sometimes we have extras come out that we find up there already, so that helps, but we've never come out short. That's the important part.
That's
So. Okay,
Can we text Dan and have
I
him?
saw him just walk by. Let me jump up and grab him and see if he'll step in.
Stop.
Good read, good read.
Oh, now it's just a few.
Okay, so I kind of explained to Dan what my thought process is and get an official of who is the fire warden. So when we need signatures and stuff, that's really what it's all about. And I was thinking a resolution, but I don't know if that's necessary or not. That's,
Yeah, on a resolution, or is it, I mean, is it a separate, it's not an office.
it's,
per se, is
it's
it?
not an office.
It's an appointment.
Appointment.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
Just-
wondering is if we do an appointment to that position, or if we do a resolution just naming who it is.
Either, whatever you all think.
You could do an appointment, have them do an oath and file it as a county official, if that is an official position. That would work.
It is a position because it's listed in state statute as, fire warden duties. So,
Okay.
so it belongs.
Well, I'll look at the statute with the sheriff and then we'll put something together.
All right.
Falls in your court.
How'd I get back in my court? I thought I gave it to you. So confused.
Par for the course, par for the course.
I've got a lot of compliments on my hat.
That is excellent. I did too. I just came back from the hardware store in Denver and there had to have been 5,000 or 6,000 people there at the show. And you would not believe how many times I heard just random, "Go Cats." Where did
Yeah,
that come from?
I'm watching him walking in the Hart building back in DC and guy says, "Is that a MSU Cats?" I says, yeah. He says, U of M, Grizzlies, Grizzlies. I kept walking.
Yeah.
No confrontation? Come on.
I wore it during the semifinals of the men's hockey.
Did you?
Yeah,
That's great.
I had my red, white and blue jacket on. Have you seen
Your
it?
windbreaker.
Have you seen it? I got a leather jacket that's got the American flag and you zip it up.
Oh,
It's
my.
the stripes
Nice.
and the stars.
Oh, very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
I got a lot of compliments on it too.
And you
Even the
can't-
Canadians were saying this.
That's good.
Got the Canucks on your side.
All right, well, that's all I got for you guys today. It's an easy day.
You're too easy.
Try to be. Okay, anything for me before I go?
Probably lots as soon as you go through the door.
Did you hear any more on that grant, where that's at?
No, not as far as,
Wasn't it with Shee's office?
yeah, so, I mean, we've been awarded that one, I've got the next one written, in fact, I need to submit it tomorrow.
I thought today was the day it had to be submitted.
It's today is the day I want it submitted.
Well, you got me all excited a day early.
Well, I try to be everywhere I go early, including when I submit stuff. But we've had some other stuff happen that's gonna delay me a day, unfortunately, so, yeah, I'll get it in, maybe even yet tonight, I don't know, we'll see. So, yeah, we have not actually received the money yet. But it's guaranteed. It's signed off and,
Have you found what you're gonna get?
oh yeah, they're ordered already on the way to the upfitter. I hope they don't get built before I have money, but
Credit's good.
Was that gonna be two?
yeah,
Would you get pickups or what?
no, Dodge Durangos,
Kind of like what you drive?
similar, very similar. Yeah. So Dodge quit making pop pickups.
Boy,
That they weren't popular enough. They weren't selling enough of them. I could have switched back over to Ford or Chevy, but I'm really kind of interested in keeping our money as local as possible and
you go through Zig?
through Zach there. He's always done he's treated us right
I guess that's Zig's kid, isn't it?
and,
I'm a generation off.
what's that?
Where's that at?
In Miles City at Deluxe Motors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've treated us so well. They treated us so good on this last pickup. I just, when I find somebody who treats us right, I want to keep backing them as long as they'll back us.
I think they build a better product.
Well, I tell you, this new generation of stuff, I believe they do. The old generation Dodges, I don't think they did, but this new generation stuff, it's hard to beat. It really is. So anyway, that's what we're gonna run with for now is we run with those. Kind of go from there.
Got trade in on them?
Yeah, probably. I gotta play the game a little bit here and see if I can't get rid of. Well, I want to get rid of the corner van. I want to get rid of the silver Dodge pickup, the old 2011. And upgrade the corner vehicle. And we'll have that discussion down the road and why that's so important. But I am gonna
Have
keep,
a drug impound like Garfield County did?
I wish we could find a drug impound car that would do what I wanted it to do, but that ain't gonna happen. Probably keep my expedition that I'm driving now, just so we have a animal control unit, something with the dog box in it. And then we'll keep the newest Dodge pickup, well, the newest used Dodge pickup that Garrett's driving as a backup, and then we'll have two backup vehicles and also two reserve vehicles for when we let the reserves come run shifts for us
Where do you store them?
right here in the parking lot.
How can I build on that if you got pickups sitting in it?
Built a new garage, got it made.
Where's your grant?
I'm working on that too. I'm still working on that. Hey, that's a big one though. That's gonna take some time to write a grant that big. That's still the ultimate goal though. Just get us completely out of this building.
You do
But-
that, I don't have to build then.
Oh, you could still build, you guys could build your own nice little office. Get out of the closet down there, quit disturbing the treasurer's office.
You know, if you would take some hints from Minnesota on the grant writing for childcare in this building you're looking for.
That's all I need to do. Get the Leering Center built would be good. It is crazy, absolutely crazy, so.
Now that we don't bother the treasurer's office, they come find up here to find out what's going on. Can't answer questions if they don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Oh, good. Okay. That's all I know for now.
We'll wait to hear from you then, Dan.
Yeah, I'll get something here.
Thank you.
We'll figure something out. Thanks, all.
Thank you, Keith.
His signature on that. And then I printed off the second set of minutes you guys have to look at. Yep. And it is as short as I can make it and still get everybody's yays and nays on it. So.
Prairie County Board of Commissioners, Public Access Place Zoning District, Devlin Cameron Building, Terry, Montana, March 2nd, 7 p.m. Commissioner Devlin opened the public hearing and gave instructions on how the meeting will be held. Rob Rukoff, I'm a proponent of this district. The citizens want this district. David Caston, I am a landowner and I support the zoning district. I own the battlefield and it's right in the middle of the proposed project. Rick Holden, farmer and rancher out of Dawson County, concerned about how these projects will affect future generations. Showed a display of the height difference of different structures, including wind turbine. I am in strong support of this district. Clint Grew, landowner and non-participant, and we are in favor of the district. He described many reasons why he supports the district and how the wind project would have severe effects on his property and ranching operation. We are in favor of zoning district. Norma Peabody provided a brief history of the wind project, including companies before NextEra. She played sounds of wind turbines. We have a treasure here in this county. We would like to see the zoning go into place. Chris Copenhaver, not in favor or against windmills, proponent of private property, seems like a good compromise. I hope you listen to the people here today and make a good decision. Frank Wright, Macomb County resident, he is a proponent of the zoning district. Well within the rights of the citizens to put zoning into place. Macomb did pass their district today. Jess Smallus, I'm for this zoning district and it's about my personal property rights too. Rolane Christofferson, we are opponents of this district. We are the smallest contract holder and the landowners who signed this contract have forfeited their voices on others' property rights. Commissioners are elected to represent all citizens of the county. Do not support zoning and instead find a way to work with NextEra. Scott Eaton, contracts don't mention height and that they will abide by any and all zoning or ordinances. This district has all landowners as part of the district. He also listed many different issues with wind projects. I'm in favor of the zoning district and proponent. Shylin Melride. You got it spelled wrong.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Proponent of the zoning. I don't live in the area, I live in town. She went over firefighting issues that are part of wind turbine projects. Also covered other downsides to the project. Sue Tibbetts, it is evident that the people in this county want you to pass this zoning. Shelley Cole Carrington, really
Louise.
think about this.
I'm sorry, what?
2 E's, I think, isn't it?
Oh, instead of the one.
CHELE.
Okay, thank you.
Nextera says the wind turbines last 30 years. Typical sounds like 12 to 15 years. What happens at the end? And she described many issues that could come when they stop producing and break down. She is concerned about ranching and farming in the future if these wind turbines go up. I am a proponent of this zoning. Aaron Martinson, I have been to many meetings and listened to those I could not get listened. Not listed.
Listen, I gotcha.
To those I could not get to. I am a proponent of the district. Lisa Everett, participating landowner and an opponent of this zoning. It amazes me that we are here again. Why is this not for the whole county? Nextera has not divided our community and they have tried to work with us, such as 1 mile from homes, activated lighting, decommissioning bonds at year 1. She went over many commitments from Nextera. She gave examples of where wind turbines and ranching farming have worked. Dan Fulford, he explained there are health issues with wind turbines. I oppose Lisa and hope you vote the right way tonight. Fanny Greenfield, that's Vadney.
It's what?
Vadney, VADNAE.
EAD.
NAE.
Thank you.
I am proponent of our zoning district, believes that this is the best interest of our county. 100% of the people in this district want this district. She explained how ranching, farming, and hunting support our community. She gave some examples of concern of the wind project. Ross Freehand works for Nextera. The boundaries have changed, but the principles have not. Property rights are still at the center. Property rights are bigger than this project or this county. It would effectively ban this project.
It would effectively ban.
Yep.
And it would impede many forms of industry within this county. The zoning restriction will affect everyone in the county. Renee Pertz, she will give Scott Eaton her time. If the zoning goes into place, zoning will be implemented within its boundaries and the rest of the county will be open. This is one area with 100% landowners signing it. Allison Bernard, I live in town. We have no zoning in town. I am not for or against the project either way, but we should control the height. Randy Arnston, I live in Dawson County and I operate within the county. Discussed about leases and leases with the district, proponent of the zoning district. Shane Eaton spoke about litigation and commissioners' actions. 80% support was not good enough. Now we have 100%. We have come and asked that you rubber stamp this district. I am a proponent, petitioner, and landowner. Spoke about public interest for zoning. We are giving up some of our property rights for health, safety, and welfare. Thanks for all that have been supporting this process.
Wade. WAD.
Yeah, DE.
Okay.
Masser, resident and landowner in Macomb County. Zones are to protect property rights. It is a legal right given to us by the state of Montana. I am a proponent of zoning and of this zone. Harry McNall, proponent of the zoning district. I believe you are good people and I have high respect for all 3 of you commissioners. Whatever
Mary had an
decision you
emergency.
make, my opinion of you will not
So
change.
she asked me to bring that in. She actually asked me to read it, but I think you guys are.
I believe that with type 2 zoning, we could have found a compromise that would have worked for everyone. But since that didn't happen, I'm in support of this district. Please tell us why you are making your decision before you make it. Commissioner Devlin made a motion to create the last best zoning district, seconded by Keltner. Open to discussion. Teskey confirmed the motion to pass the district. spoke about politics and local concerns and opinions. I am for this because of the two normas. One is and one is not, and they both have rights. Went into detail about how to accomplish positive results and other comments concerning past decisions/actions. I represent all citizens, not just my district.
You want me to clarify that one is in the. test
One is in the
contract and-
district and one is not.
One is participating
Oh,
with NextEra, one is
Okay.
not.
That's right. Keltner, thanks for coming out. Lots can be done. I will vote for the last best place, and you took care of the concerns I had about those who did not want to be part of the district. Devlin, I took Dennis Teskey and Rini Pertz on a drive. If we're not careful, our whole country will have them. Whole county will have them. My biggest concern is what will happen if we zone, when there are people who want to participate, and what to do if we zone. I came to the conclusion that one way or another
It will.
it will have to be addressed, yeah. Between NextEra and the participating landowners. Non-participating landowners will be protected by the zoning, and those outside, I would be willing to work with the participating landowners and NextEra. My whole goal is to protect our county. Vote. Commissioner Teskey, Devlin, and Keltner with a yes, and the motion passes.
Entertain a motion,
I make a motion as amended.
and I'll second.
Mostly spelling and
There's a motion, second, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Yeah, that last part was, I didn't get to a proofread, but it was really hard when you're talking to try to keep up with everything. I felt it was important to get as much of what you guys said.
Yeah, you did a
In
good
there.
job.
I thought you got it covered, all right.
I was just blah, 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 blah.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's like the Homer in The Simpsons when they're giving him directions on how to run the nuclear plant. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, Charlie Brown and Peanuts.
Yeah, it's peanuts too.
You never see the adult except for from the knee down. And if they say anything, it's wah, 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 wah. What did Christie give you?
Oh. Okay, she was supposed to read it. Justice of the peace, dear commissioners, about the interview for the clerk. That you okay for the justice of the peace. I got 2 applications on March 3rd, 2026. I had blank and blank. I'm not gonna say that. Sat in on the interview. I think I'll just let everybody read it.
Okay. That sounds good.
The letter just explaining she wants to hire somebody or did hire somebody.
Did hire,
Okay.
yes. Do you have a draft of the letter in your head, Todd?
Oh, for the,
Applicant for the
Applicant.
district?
no, but I can write it on the back.
That's up next. Start it for at-large members of the application letter. I don't think it has to be too involved, does it?
We need to have a letter sent out to all the petition of the last best place zoning area in Prairie County, Montana, to be members of the zoning district committee. And you write up an invite.
Best Place zoning area. Thank you for stepping up. We're now forming the official zoning district committee, and we'd love for you to join us. No experience needed, just your voice and a few hours a month. Meetings will be simple, local, and focused on keeping our area safe, quiet, and ours. Reply by to say yes. Call, text, email, or just drop by. Hope to see you there. Your input matters. Warmly, on behalf of the Prairie County zoning team.
We need we need a deadline.
You mean back when people still called it DI?
Stop, we don't need that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got it. Back on track. You want
Whoa. So I
We-
still have a correspondence you guys need to look at.
Makes you look pretty good, don't it?
Oh, gee, genius. I had no, I heard what you said and I heard what you said and
Well,
They mesh.
they did.
The only thing I think is need to add to it is a deadline date.
So you
Okay,
guys have more correspondence when you're done or when you're ready.
I need to step up.
what is it?
Oh, there's several different things. Trying to look back at your correspondence. Where is it at? Where do you guys have that at?
Oh,
Well, it should be there for somewhere.
Dennis is gonna take a walk, oh my.
Then we'll lose back in tough shape again.
Oh, what happened?
She got a little cold. Chest is just killing her. I saw Lois. Post office a couple days ago. Lois said, "How's Rita?" And I said, "Well, Lois, I think she's doing pretty good." She said, I was there." And I said, "Well, Rita said you saw her go down the stairs." She says, "I about crap my pants." Everybody's standing there. And she says, she just got the top stairs and she just fell down those stairs and her eyes were all glossy. And then Patty come running out of the bathroom. It was a big deal for those girls. She about crapped her pants. I just couldn't believe it.
So she hadn't checked up today?
Well, she went and saw Chip. they did some x-rays and stuff, and she tore some stuff in here. He said it's like breaking a bone. Tore enough, but it'll heal up and you'll be fine. Just gotta 4 or 5 weeks and you'll be good as new. So there's always that. She just is scared to get, she was coughing a little bit. She just hates coughing because it really hurts.
I got some good news. My brother's gonna come and visit for a few days. That'll be fun.
Where does he from Oregon?
I haven't seen any of my family since October of 24, so
Really?
yeah. Make a trip out last year and then we made a trip there, so.
Is this your older brother?
No, my little brother. Him and I are a year and 2 days apart.
Oh,
So traditionally, I call him on his birthday and he goes, "Oh, your birthday was 2 days ago." But this year he was on it.
is he married? Got kids?
Oh, yeah.
The whole crew's coming up.
No, just him and his youngest, because the other two are out of the house already. And so just him and his daughter, youngest, and his wife can't make it because she has a granddaughter coming.
Oh,
So,
kind of a big deal.
yeah, so she's staying home for that and he's gonna make a trip out over spring break, so that'll be fun. I said, I don't know what we'll do, but we'll find something to do. He's like, we should go fishing somewhere. And I said, well, we'll see.
Well, if you wanna go fishing, you wanna walk along the banks over there, sure.
Well, last time we went fishing somewhere that had a private pond, which helps. But we'll see, yeah. I don't know if she'd be into looking for agates. We might. I don't know if they're exposed or if they're still isolated in the bank.
It's milking pretty good. Of course, we got this snow the other day and it'll go fast. But they're coming today.
No, they won't be here till they're coming on the 20th.
Oh, it'll all be gone by then.
So that might be something to do if they want to go do that, because my kids like doing it. And if that's something you would be okay with.
I would, if you find fossils, just take a picture and send it to us. Rita's found.
Harry, I copy pasted an email to you with a rough draft.
Okay. So there's also the minutes for you to sign there.
Right here,
Yep.
or no, here.
Well, wherever they're sitting there. So instead of saying zoning district, should it say?
Zoning commission.
Zoning commission.
Was Todd gonna take these and look at them?
Well, I thought he was, but he didn't. You want me to text him?
Yeah, would you text him and remind him? Be helpful if he'd look it over. He's.
You want me to print off what you got here and then you guys can tell me what you
Yeah.
change?
Yeah, please.
I don't know, that AI gal sounded pretty sharp.
You know, I've done a bunch of stuff with AI and it's so funny. You input something, like I've done very specific things I want said, put into an image. And it'll do it, and then it'll change the words. And you have to go back and tell it to use the exact words that you were given. And it's just kind of weird. It'll just do its own little thing.
Well, I've never heard it. I did something, I was just shocked at what I just saw. Now, there's sometimes
It searched
yeah,
to find out what I was talking about throughout the internet that fast, and then grouped that all together and said, okay, these guys are at the point where they're putting together a zoning commission. And made the invite. That's, the one that I'm using is Elon Musk. There's lots of them out there.
Did you already hand them back to me?
They handed that on this side, you put it on that pile of paper.
Yep, I got it right there.
Okay.
are you talking to us about correspondence? Is that what you were gonna?
Yeah, do you guys wanna wait for Christine or?
And then there's a deal that comes on emails now that I'm getting that gives you a synopsis of what the email says, is a big long email that say,
Oh,
Todd Devlin did this, and Dennis Teskey's replied to this, and tells you an outline of what. It's pretty accurate. Sometimes it makes a mistake.
you know, I think I must have some of them on my laptop at home because I've written out letters and then you look back and it changed it, a word. And then you finish typing the sentence out and then it changes your word back. Cause that must be what that is because I noticed that my computer's changing on me and I didn't download anything. I didn't do anything. I thought you had to. Well, I got Microsoft Word. I guess when they upgrade you, they just upgrade you, don't they?
Yeah, whether you like it or not.
But what I saw just now, that starts to make sense, because I was wondering why, how can my computer change what I'm saying? And I think it's AI doing that. You- Is that your nighttime job? You doing AI? Related voices.
No, that's the first time I've heard AI on there.
What do you want to show me?
Go to your agendas.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You figured it out. So you don't have to do a hairy one.
Amazing, isn't it?
And yeah, then I started talking and then it just
A
started.
hairy one.
Yeah, I picked up both of it.
Okay, so open up like there and then go to like March. And then go to March
Can't
18th.
get her to quit. She's an overachiever.
So.
Yeah, she's an overachiever. She keeps, she
Wanna make a
always
change.
sticks her nose in
Oh,
where
okay.
we don't really.
So, and then it'll tell us that you made the change.
I had a question. When you guys did this, did you already incorporate the ones that I had?
Yes.
Okay,
Like, listen to this.
gotcha. And then all I have to do is save it and we're good. to go.
This is amazing.
I like it.
Yeah, it'll save and then we will fix them like, so all those little corrections show on there like that. So you'll tell if I go in and change.
Tell me a
something.
little bit about. the
Or Rye or
small
whatever,
stuff
and then
there.
you just hold your little lever over and you can see whoever changed it. And then we will, and then you
Pilt.
go to review and then
Pilt.
all the corrections.
P-I-L-T.
That's why I didn't catch that. All that stuff being in there.
Oh,
So I
gotcha.
didn't fully look at it, but we we went in and figured out. We're like, well, if this could just show us.
While you're in here, do you want to stick around while they read that? If you're at the hearing correspondence.
I don't even know what to say to it. Christine knows.
Yeah.
I just printed off your FOIA request.
Oh. What do we do?
I know.
You guys gotta discuss.
You guys gotta decide.
Did it come to all three of us?
It only came to you, but their name is in it, so they're responsible for us or responding.
Thought Todd got it too.
No, Todd told me he never got it.
Oh.
Act fixes that by adding new tiers for places under
Right,
5,000.
both Todd and Dennis are in this paragraph right here,
4,000. So tiny rural spots like.
as you are.
Get a fair share. No cuts to any.
Some of these people I don't even know who they are.
Including emergency services, roads, law enforcement, all the basic. It's still just introduced as of now.
I don't
No
correspond with
but I
Ross
had a hearing
Freehand
back
on
in December.
anything.
Super
Nothing.
relevant for Montana's wildlife. Want the full
Irrelevant.
list or sponsor quotes?
Here's your more than, just give you, what, up again.
So this is the first
I saw your email, but yeah, I hadn't seen anything.
It is Christine is the only one that got it as far as I know, and Christine gave it to me because Dan told her that most of the FOIA requests are coming in. We keep record of them. We keep them in a folder. So I don't even, part of me doesn't even know how to respond to some of it. Well, you guys don't have a
Well,
phone.
there's some people I don't even know.
So, you guys gotta make a decision on how to respond.
I looked up this individual, they've made complaints to the Office of Political Practices. And they kind of, I got a feeling if we got to contact the Office of Political Practices, tell us just hold tight. Cause it looks like that's what they did.
The office.
Office of Political Practices had complaints from or requests.
Well, just your year span on the phones and emails that we did for the last FOIA request was right under $500 for printed copies of that. We went online to look at Mid Rivers. Well, there's nothing there where the phone number is attached to names. It's, the phone number.
Used to be able to get your call record with your bill.
Yeah, but it still only had the phone number.
Just the number.
It doesn't have a name. There's like, I don't know if, I have no idea what that would cost, and you're looking at 5 years. And we don't do any recorded phone, like, nothing's recorded. The only thing I could recommend is like, you put up in your thing and you put those names in, like on your email. You put up in.
Yeah.
But I don't even know, like my personal email, I don't even know that I have emails back from 2021. I would have,
Deleted them.
that's 5 years
I
ago.
read them, tend to them and delete them. I don't keep them.
So I don't know. You're looking at 5 years, but all FOIA requests, and by statutorily, just moving forward on our FOIA request, we've charged for that. So, paper copies, whatever. I'm not saying that that's been my answer, but alone on just 1 year
It was under 500.
to print them out,
Yeah.
it was under 500. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my office does not have the time to go through 5 years of emails and get them printed out. There is no way right now.
Well, even
Could you
the past.
Well, you guys would have to find them and send
That's what
them
I'm
to
saying.
me.
We have to
get
go
it.
through our emails and send them to you.
Yeah. So I don't,
And what we did last time.
and half
we
those
have a
people, I don't know who they are.
Yeah, it was Ross Oakland, Mike Newton, Doug Byron, Forrest Sanderson. These are totally, then Dennis Sander.
I mean, you can add the one paragraph, the county doesn't pay for any of your phones.
Let me
So-
see if I put one of these guys' name in, if it comes up.
So
So what, it said something about that, but what, excuse me. About our personal phones. Cause we don't get paid for any of that, but they made a reference to that, so do we do
I
that or not?
believe most of your personal phone, I don't,
You're,
I honestly
as
don't
far as I
know.
understand, personal phones are public record if you're an elected official.
I had Kiefer go
If
through
you're,
mine.
if you're an
You didn't
elected
find anything.
official and you're doing business on them, I guess it technically makes them
Public.
public, but I also, there are some things where you would say some of it could require a court order for, because your phone also has personal stuff on there.
I'm
So,
gonna ask Dan to come in and you guys
So-
have any questions for him?
I
He
don't,
already knows about it.
Okay.
He just said to answer the best to our ability, like, we don't want to ignore it. I've responded with a letter for all the other FOIA requests. And I don't know, just to say,
An itemized receipt of charges.
Do we know who this guy is?
No,
Christine, was this emailed to you or? was it
yes,
mailed?
it was email.
And that's the other thing, FOIA requests normally come in to my office. And then I disperse them to you guys. It went to Christine, which yes, she gave it to me. I'm not denying that.
I was advised by our county attorney
Yeah,
to
the
forward
whole-
it to the clerk of
That's
records.
been the process. They come to me, then we bring that, which is why
And I
now they should get a
also-
FOIA request form done, but
In discovery for the lawsuit was asked for anything and I was
yeah.
sent to Tara to pay.
So, you know, I've done this in the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 times maybe. Whatever on my computer, whatever on my phone, I just print it out and I usually just hand deliver it.
Yeah.
So can we charge for our time or
Yes.
materials or anything?
Yes.
To do that?
That's what we have been doing.
That's why you wanna go through her.
We have been doing on the average, we've been doing, you put an administrative charge on it, and even on the one that we did for, the last one we had, when I did it, I took off some of the administrative fees because it was a lot of paper copies. So most of the charges on that, it ended up being like 400, I can bring you the itemized, it was $460 some because they wanted it in paper form. So we did it all in paper form. We charged the 25 cents per copy like we do to the public. Well, most of that was that, and then I think there was only like $100 of administrative fees. But Todd spent time, Christine spent time, but then, and then printing them off. I told Christine, I'm sorry, I couldn't print them off. She had Cheryl do it. Todd sent his to me and he printed off some of his. We figure out hourly what it took, and we've been charging $25 an hour for the administrative fees is what that is.
Yeah.
But like the last one, we put it together really nice in a folder and it was organized and all that. So we figured that also was you know, I used one of those expandable folders and put it in there and marked it what each one of it was and everything, and
Good
we gave
Lord,
it to him.
really?
And we had a printout sheet telling him everything that was on there on the request that we met each one of them, and we all signed it. So I have record of all of that. But that one alone, like I said, was $469 for paper copies of just these
Two of
guys. But yeah, it says in statute that we charge, the fees for paper copies are what we charge for people to get copies of paper. So there's that, and then we just charge the administrative fee. It says it's at cost. You know,
And
like
what you
you,
printed off, you don't have a copy of that, so we'd have to do that all over again.
well, we're looking, we scanned them in so that we could count the pages, because we had no idea how many pages. So
Yeah.
we scanned them in. We thought we saved them in a folder, but we've had a lot of,
Stuff since then.
yeah. So
You don't know.
we just
who's got
haven't.
it.
We thought we moved into the FOIA folder, but,
It's floating around there
it's floating
somewhere.
around there someplace. So, yeah, cause like, Todd, I think, just screenshotted like his phone and then printed. He wrote all of
I did
that,
my text, my screenshot,
yeah. It's
and
kind-
then, because that's the only way you could get that,
Mhm,
it's the only way you can get that,
yeah,
because you have to show the connection between if there's conversation.
yeah. So that's how his. worked
And then
right
on
now.
my phone, I went on my Verizon website and I went back and just printed off, all my boys were on there too, so I had to make sure that I didn't get too much of their stuff.
I handed my phone to the sheriff and asked him to look and see if I had anything, and he said no.
Close to 100 pages of phone record.
Huh.
But I don't know what those phone numbers are, and if someone would have to go through and dial them. I don't know what they are.
You know, I know like Holden or I know Eaton and those things, but some of these people, I don't even know their names.
Yeah.
I guess it just doesn't matter. I guess you just say, no contact.
Yeah, so I believe we have to answer him, but I don't know what your answer is. But like I said, I know for a fact for a year's worth of documents. And you have to realize that a lot of your emails had attachments to them. So when those attachments are printed, especially when you're talking about, and sometimes,
Yeah, your resolutions are.
well, no, you had like the
Attachments.
growth policy, like, for instance, if someone asked for anything to deal with zoning, your growth policy, how many times did you get that emailed to you and how many pages is that?
And
When they're opening up a request like that, it is a wide open request. And you don't want to not give them the
Some,
information that they're asking for. But he said he would, we could call him and he could come in and do this. How's he gonna come in and go through email?
Oh, you
I mean,
called him?
no,
No,
he
said
said
that
on
the
there
letter.
that he will, that
Please
he
do not
will.
hesitate to reach out to me if clarity is needed about my request. Or
Because it's a very,
the search results appear unexpectedly expansive. I'm happy to work with everyone to narrow my request as appropriate.
so,
Okay, this is to this guy he's Charles Jeffrey Peterson Jr., 1322 Road 261, Glendive, Montana. Complaints received December 6, 2023. This is Commissioner of Political Practice. I looked him up. This come out, this letter. This letter acknowledges the receipt of your formal complaints received by the office via U.S. mail on September 6, 2023. Each signed and certified complaint alleges specific violations of Montana election law under my jurisdiction as Commissioner of Political Practices. And each appears to conform to the basic requirements of 44.11.106. This thing goes on, it says, at the end, I will review any additional materials relevant to this complaint for any deficiencies pursuant to 44.11.106 law and prior relevant to COPP rulings and reserve the right to dismiss the complaint upon this initial inquiry. If this occurs, I will notify you and provide the basis for my dismissal. Alternatively, upon this further review, I may determine that the formal investigation is warranted. If an investigation conducted, a summary of facts and statement of findings will be prepared and a copy will be sent to you. Goes on, but I'm guessing that maybe we should get a hold of Commissioner of Political Practices and say, what do we do with this guy?
Do you have a
Some-
time frame to respond?
no, it just, statute says we respond with, I mean, and I can respond with the basic that I've sent it, you know, like how I did the other, you know, like when I sent
Right.
the other one. We've received your request, we are working
Okay.
to, I mean, I can answer the questions on, there's questions about whether the county pays for their phones, I can answer that, no, they don't. I can answer some of the simple questions on there, but the other stuff, I don't know how you're gonna get Mid-Rivers records, period, because there's no phone number.
Well, when I read this, they send it to Christine. Christine, you have to notify him if you had contact with Todd and I. Todd and I got no obligation. It's all about you.
See, I'm lucky. I've been wanting mail all my life.
Well, and I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, I could put in the letter that the norm or FOIA request should come through the clerk and recorder's office,
I
and
think
we
you
have
should.
record on them. You know,
Do what you do and then let me know what I need to do.
it technically should, like, I can just do the basic that you gave it to me. I'm notifying him that we have it in our possession. We are trying to, but like half those names I don't know. I know that Shirley Kremen is your clerk and the clerk and recorder in Dawson County. But you guys don't have anything to do with or ever would have done with any of these districts in Dawson County.
Well, Kirby Basta, Greg Berger,
Remember this one, the Big Sheep Mountain.
couple
The
of
Big Sheep
them,
Mountain in the
they
last
would have been at
place.
meetings.
But not
But
the other
I don't
one.
know the other
Been
ones.
to any meeting.
And this is talking any correspondence, like, so if you've ever talked to the Dawson County, apparently you're supposed to, these are your commissioners in Dawson County, right?
Well,
Uh,
Charbonneau,
Charbonneau, Xander,
And
and Mitchell.
Brad Mitchell.
is that who those are?
Yeah,
And the only conversations I've had with Joe Charbonneau is he called me one day, I stopped by and we had lunch in Dawson County. That's the only thing I heard.
yeah.
I've been to their meetings and just cordial and you just,
Well, if this is just sent to me, then I'm the only one that has to respond.
No, because Todd and Dennis are in there.
well, no, if we have conversations with them, if she has conversations with Todd or Dennis.
I spent.
Down there, she's having a conversation with herself,
Work
I
with me
guess.
here, work with me here.
Careful,
Have
Lou.
you been answering yourself, Christie?
I gotta talk to somebody intelligent.
So Todd, what do you think? Commissioner,
Well, I think we ought to call this the Commissioner of Political Practice and say, what's the history on this guy? Should we ignore him? Should we?
I don't think you can
I don't
ignore
think
it.
you ignore it.
How do we ask them how we answer it? Give us some direction.
Well, number one, I don't know. If you guys don't know these people, I don't even know how,
Well,
and I don't know anybody that records calls. The only thing that's recorded is your meeting minutes. So do you have to go back and acknowledge, like if any of these guys, like Greg Berger, Shane Eaton, so do you need to provide every meeting that they attended? Like, it's so wide open. Do you know what I mean? Like, if they came to a commissioner meeting, you would be leaving information out if you didn't say that they were there to, because that would be contact.
Can you get some direction from the commissioner?
I'm not, you are.
I don't
I'll
want
give you a phone number.
Gee, thanks.
Got right here.
Are you gonna contact him, just narrow it? down?
Luckily, my name's not in whoever to play.
Ooh.
This ain't over yet.
It's
that-
it's an oversight.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'll call this guy right now, and put him on speaker.
Sure, I think that's a good idea.
really fast. It makes sense to Todd, because I talked to
You want
you,
the-
I just wanted to make a
the
comment
phone
on the
topic?
contract.
Hmm?
I'm still waiting on the.
Do you
I
want the
think-
phone so the speaker works better?
But like I told Todd, because
Yeah,
I
that'd
talked
be
to,
good.
what's his name was standing out there when I walked out.
Oh,
So the
I saw
difference
Mark.
between the trees.
I don't know why, but that
He
email still
actually
hasn't
brought
came
a
through to
bid
me
in
sent.
and you guys seen a bid, so you knew what it was gonna cost you to have the trees, that would count for the contract. But the difference between that and Copenhagen is you don't know when he's gonna run his equipment, so you'd want a contract stating what we're gonna pay him and what he's gonna get paid.
okay.
Hello, you have reached the office of the Commissioner of Political Practices. Please listen carefully. For those requesting advice or guidance, Please be aware the response you receive is not legal advice, and it is not an advisory opinion. Although we are careful to make sure our information is accurate and useful, you may wish to consult a lawyer if you want professional assurance that our information and your interpretation of it is appropriate to our particular situation. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for calling the Commissioner of Political Practices for the State of Montana. Our normal business hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. For any questions, feel free to email cpphelp@mt.gov. For Debbie, press 1. For Kim, press 2. For Cheryl, press 3. For Scott, press 4. For Commissioner Gallus, press 6. To hear these options again,
Well, just like what we did with Nevada, because I thought.
Yeah, and then you guys like,
And he used his own stuff and we just signed off.
so I think that that would like, Hope Never's gonna be different because we don't know what's gonna be. We want a contract.
Hi, Commissioner, this is Todd Devlin, Prairie County Commissioner. We got a public right to know FOIA request from an individual by the name of
For those services.
Charles Jeffrey Peterson Jr. from Glendive, Montana.
Makes sense.
Because
And
then
we would like to have a little information on him because I see he's
20,000.
put a complaint into the Office of Political
You
Practices.
actually know what you're gonna pay, like.
My phone number is 406
Put on.
852-0019. That's my cell phone. Or you can call the clerk recorder's office at 635-5575.
My brain just didn't
Same
go
as the
to
area
why I
code.
was saying that. we need
Thank
to
you, sir.
get it done.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with any of that, as long as we're not redoing all the time, that this is what we do, this is the
Yeah.
form, and it's just this page. just-
What's this got to do with
I
the
just
health
did.
thing?
Got it right here. It's waiting for you guys to get to a point where you wanna do it. You guys have to make decisions on it.
We have to
right?
I
decide
think
what we
Pam's gonna,
Is she gonna call?
oh, I thought she was gonna call.
I thought you can call too, but
maybe we were
we could
supposed to
make
call
some.
her.
You
Yeah,
can try to call her. If you needed to. It's really if you have any questions.
well, we're gonna change those plans.
You
Yeah.
have to change your, well,
Well,
We
we
don't have
got
to.
rid of a couple of,
you have to decide what you're doing,
yeah.
Right.
number one.
Are we
Like-
given a dollar amount and let them choose out of 4 different contributions? You got your packet. Don't have to dig mine out.
There's what we talked about. She was just talking about swapping some plans around because currently there's nobody on
Into,
those, and maybe bring. They would use. That was kind
Yeah.
of my gist of it.
which of the other 2 looked user friendly?
I don't know that we've really, that's why I asked the question on the RM. Remember? I don't know that we've really had anybody on the RM. Maybe one person a long time ago.
Well, it says number of plan is 0.
Yeah, but I meant since we've had them, I think we have had one person that did the RM plan. And I don't remember what she said. It's someone if they had regular appointments, right? Like regular,
Right.
and you'd want them on the RM plan. Cause I wanted to know what the difference is.
What we do is we move back to the RM. We'll still stay with the RM plan, but go with the RM 3,000, 80%.
Yeah, see if that makes it's a higher deductible, it's a lower amount.
Right, and that's all she was pointing out on.
Yeah.
I think.
And then,
Same
There's
thing
nobody-
with same thing with that
Yeah.
one there. If we just switch those 2 and bring these alternative plans and switch them with these 2.
Are we gonna
together.
stay with the same amount or are we gonna up it?
Well, the amount's on there, the deductible.
well, you
No,
can
I mean
pick,
the
so
cost.
currently, so our old one,
The premium.
The premium that I-
Something.
no, 1069. So this is what we currently, right, yeah, this is what we currently pay out.
Because the 1069 covers totally one of them, doesn't it? Or two of them?
Yeah, that's covered until,
June 3rd. So, if you go with the plan that we normally pay, it's this one. It's this BP 2000. Which would be that.
How much was that?
It went up to $1,122.
Went up $50,
So you either could stay with that or like,
$53.
you could do like Christine said, and you do the,
Pay the same amount and let them,
you do the high deductible one instead.
well, right now they have the option to choose their plan.
They still can, but yeah, they can choose from the four, but all the county pays is that.
Right.
Based on that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the plan that they paid. This is what they, so you can change, like what she was saying, you can change this.
So
No. This is the one that we currently, this BP. But if you switch and say,
went to this one here.
She was talking about switching this out. Nobody's on it. So bringing this 6,000 up and the 4,000, replacing it. Take that out, put that in. In the same way with, was it the 6,000 plan?
HD,
No, it's
replace the
4,000.
HD 3,500 with the HD 4,000.
Oh, that's right. She was getting, get rid of the 4,000, get rid of the 3,500 for the 4,000.
yeah, I wouldn't get rid of one that they're all
No,
on.
no, you don't.
there's
And
two of them.
she alluded that these are both zero, maybe if you exchange those plans. That's what I kind of got out of it.
Yeah, and then you just have to decide that you can choose to pay whatever you want, and you can choose to pay for which you could do a dollar amount.
If we give them more than what the premium is, the extra goes into their HSA and they can utilize that.
Yes. Yeah, because whatever this dollar amount is also what you put into your,
Budget.
you said the wrong. The HRA. So like people that prove they have qualified insurance, then whatever your amount is, that's what goes into that HRA. So,
But they've got.
So do we want to change these in?
Hi,
I think we should change.
how are you? Everybody missed you yesterday.
I think we should change the HD 3,500 with the HD
June
4,000
is this the one I printed?
Yeah,
and pay that amount.
June 9th. Where?
here.
Ten,
I'll be able to make that one.
which is an increase of $20.
Anyway. I just
And then
wanted
if
to
they
say
want
hi.
to pick
We just
Haven't
got
seen
caught.
you
this
for a
one.
while.
I know.
Right.
Come see us one of these days.
I would.
Okay.
See what Todd wanted to do. He wanted to change this 4,000.
Thank you.
500.
See ya.
That amount.
Pay how much?
1,087.
1,087.
That'd just up us about $50.
$20. 20.
20, there goes 69 to, yeah.
Do we want to do anything on this top one?
Yeah, and move that,
Move this.
So we're gonna trade,
Change
we're
both
gonna.
those.
trade them both out.
So I'm gonna check this one. And then I'm gonna check this one,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I think
And
that's
then-
kind of what we
They're coming up to
visited
the
about
And then
earlier.
I don't wanna check those, and then I'm gonna check this one. and
Okay, I
this
think you're
one,
right.
Right?
Yeah,
Yep.
And then we're going to make,
that's what we had to talk
This
about
one?
changing. And we were talking with
I don't know
Pam.
how to do this. Maybe I'll just do this. This is gonna be the county,
Contribute,
like that,
correct.
okay,
What's it, 87?
yeah,
Okay,
and then,
The homemakers things today.
Hmm?
The homemakers
oh, yeah,
Today.
yeah.
Yep. I'm buying lunch today.
So I believe And then she wanted us to look at this.
What's that?
So you need to make sure, so if that's what you guys are deciding, I don't know if you need to make a motion and I can show Harry that. Someone needs to sign that. That's,
I'd make a motion that we accept the changes that Pam suggested. That,
With the county
With the county
contribution
contribution of
being,
$1,087.
yeah,
Do you have a
I'll
second?
second that.
There's a second.
What else?
All in favor, say aye.
I,
What's the other sheet, Sherry?
okay. So are we staying at 24 hours for your minimum hours to qualify for? That is 8 hours.
More than what you recommend.
I think it's set at 30 hours. 30 hours.
who's that gonna affect?
Currently,
JP
no,
shouldn't get it.
she's elected.
This is just the
That's right.
hired people.
Currently, the only one that would be affected would be your weed department where you're requiring him to do 24 hours in the off season.
He's the only one.
Cause that's yep, because Amelia now is at 30 hours, so she's no longer, she's got more hours. She's not at 24. So the only
Okay,
person,
she was
the
the-
only person it would affect would be your weed department during the off seasons when he drops hours. If you upped that to 30.
And what did she have us to look at other than that?
She just gotta make sure you're keeping all of this, so we're gonna change this.
That'd be pretty devastating for him if you change.
He's on that insurance now, isn't he? I don't think he can change it.
No, I don't.
You could
see-
require him to work 30 hours in his off season.
What kind of work is he gonna do?
I don't,
We,
He has, I think he's hard putting, his required 24 in.
we could come back with a suggestion from the weed department, or the weed board.
That would be devastating.
Well, I don't think he can, I'm just talking about the up in the hours,
Yeah.
24 to 30 hours, but I don't think he can cut a man's insurance.
Not when he's been working there as long as he has. I don't think, when it's one person.
I don't think we do anything there.
well,
But-
can you could change it though and grandfather him in, cause you could make that a decision for that.
Change.
I think 24 hours is too low for full benefits. Maybe if you said benefits were someone working 24 hours versus someone working 40 hours a week, getting full benefits.
Let me run that
That's a
by
huge
Charla.
difference. But I don't know why you couldn't leave him. I'm just saying
Leave him at 24.
for your future employees, in case something happens.
And if we agree to that, and I'm not opposed to that, just grandfather him in, here it is, and if somebody new comes on, this is what it looks like.
It requires 30 hours.
The only thing I'd want though was to have a face to face, so there's no, he said, she said, that we all understand what went on, cause instead of rumors, well, I can cut my. It's just better to just talk about it.
This just goes like pop, even if you change this to 30 hours a week, what am I trying to say? It just is, for when we know when new employees hired, then it's stated in their packet that it requires 30 hours to,
But we would want to
Yeah.
specifically put that in writing to protect.
it is in writing.
Yeah.
It's in our handbook. I believe it's in our handbook.
Well, if we go changing that to 30, which if that's what we're gonna do, I can live with all that. I just wanna make sure who's ever currently on there, that is specifically signed and documented in the minutes and recorded. This is where he's at.
And you can leave it at 24. It's just, that's it.
Is he been other people on 24? I guess Amelia maybe at some point.
Those were the only two. And even like Rolene is more than, Rolene's at the 30, so Rolene would be another one that could be affected, could have been affected. But she's not, she's at 30.
So if you average Travis's hours out, does it come to 30 hours over the year?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
easy.
And
He
that's,
gets-
that's why you could say that it would be on an average, and he just has to hold the 24 hours during that 3 months is what he has to work on the. I'm not saying, I guess you wouldn't have to, because you could do that, just like Harry said, sorry, my brain didn't go there. You could do an average, yearly average. And he would be in the 30, because he's considered 3/4 time in payroll. Instead of considering him full-time during these months and then dropping him to half-time this way, I just keep him 3/4 time. And it makes payroll a lot easier, because we used to switch it and then it messes with his hour, like his vacation hours and his sick leave hours.
So the way the system works, so if for some reason his average hours were to drop below 30, would he lose his insurance or would it be considered a yearly base evaluation?
And they don't lose it like right away anyway when they drop below the hour. The thing is that is where it really gets into the problem is like when people are out on, this is where one of the problems does arise. When it drops so far down, when people are missing work and they have FMLA, some of them it's for sick or it's for whatever. But when it drops, you're required to pay their insurance, you know, when they're on the FMLA, you're required. And they don't, it's not a high, how do I put it? The push to get them back at the amount of hours that they should be working to get those full benefits kind of falls behind the line, if that makes sense. And we have had that happen.
Charlotte said she anticipates that they would be more accepted of the 24 hours grandfathered in, other than moving it to 30.
Well, like Harry just pointed out that, he would be on an average of 30 hours for the year anyway.
So would we have to change the designation or the
I don't think so.
anything?
I mean, I can ask Pam on it.
Yeah.
Let me ask
Yeah.
her on it. Say if we go to 30 hours, how does that affect in the long run? Like, especially this one. I'm the one that reports that they're qualified.
Yeah.
This would be a new signer. I submit to the insurance and say they've got their hours.
So you would
they
be
need.
able to say that Travis basically always is qualified.
Yes. So
Let's go to lunch.
let me verify that, but I think that's it then. So we're gonna do, everything else is gonna stay the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, someone needs to sign this one. And then I'll ask her on the 30 hours and I will report back to you.
Dennis, will you eat with us?
Well,